way overdue to be trimmed.
Come on.
Yeah. There's monkeys swinging down there.
Okay.
From vine to vine, Jerry.
What
vine
is
to
wrong
vine.
with you?
The home of Yankees radio is WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Good morning. Before we get into anything, I've got good news and bad news, depending on your perspective. The good news is, if you're a Yankee fan and you're very excited to watch or listen to the rubber game of their 3-game series with the Orioles, you don't have to wait very long. The Yankee-Oriole game got moved up. First pitch will be a little after 1 o'clock, a game you'll hear right here on WFAN. And that leads to the other potential good news. Less of Evan and Tiki. Or maybe that's bad news.
Let's assume it's bad news for the people.
We'll go with the bad news.
Our family out there listening every day.
Either way, we were on the air till 12:25. The Yankee-Oriole game was scheduled to be a night game. But the weather in Baltimore is frightful at night. It's supposed to rain. And we're seeing a lot of this now in Major League Baseball where teams look at the weather and they actually change the start time 24 hours ahead of time or 36 hours ahead of time because that's the best shot to get the game in.
Yeah, so I love this. It may be inconvenient for some of the fans, but I love it for Major League Baseball because it gives you ample time to make a decision.
Well, it's smart.
You're not sitting around for 4 hours waiting for the rain to stop.
Yeah, see, I'm a big believer in doing this for rain. The Mets did it earlier this season for temperature, which is, what's cold enough, what's not cold enough. When it comes to rain, they're not going to play a game in rain. So if the Yankees and Orioles waited all night to start their 6:45 first pitch and it was raining and then they waited another 3 hours, you're spending the entire night waiting for rain to stop. Meanwhile, during the afternoon, the weather's going to be nice.
Right.
So you still have time, Yankee fans, to hop in the car and drive down I-95 and check out Yankees Orioles, the rubber game of that 3-game series. Or you could keep it right here. We'll keep you entertained all day. We'll take you up to the Yankee pregame show. You'll hear the Yankee game, and then you'll get your regularly scheduled Carton show with Big Mac soon after the Yankee game. Speaking of the baseball, it's funny how it works. The Mets called up a top prospect. He made his Major League debut yesterday. We're all ecstatic.
Yep.
The Yankees are calling up their former top prospect, and Yankee fans are concerned like they saw the boogeyman.
Yeah, they're groaning. It's like, really?
Let me start with the Yankees side
I'm
of
actually
things.
excited for Anthony Volpi to give it another go, give it a shot to be who everybody thought he was going to be. Again, as a Yankee fan, I'm not optimistic that it's going to be that way, but I'm excited for him.
I think for him, good for him.
Yes.
Now, he didn't exactly go down and tear it up at AAA.
No.
He wasn't flawless down at AAA. He didn't re-earn the opportunity. That's not what happened here. He's getting the opportunity because of an injury, which is just unfortunate, but it's a part of baseball. I wish Anthony Volpi the best. I think every Yankee fan wishes Anthony Volpi the best. But this is about trusting the New York Yankees because yesterday before the game, Aaron Boone made it very clear that this is Jose Caballero's job and that Anthony Volpi is not going to come up here and take his job. There are a lot of Yankee fans that, quite frankly, don't believe Aaron Boone because of the love affair that not only Aaron but Brian Cashman has had with Anthony Volpi in the past, that there is a concern that if Volpi looks halfway decent, all of a sudden he's the shortstop and Caballero goes back into his previously imagined bench role.
I think if Anthony Volpi is decent, that's what you said, what does that look like? It can't be 220, he hit a couple of home runs, and his defense was solid. He's got to be 270. He's got to be multiple extra base hits, hit for a high average, get on base, steal bases. He's got to do better than what Jose Caballero has been doing in his stead.
And then what? You would make him the shortstop?
I would maybe leave him up.
Well, that's different. Okay, there's two different things, and I think this is a very important...
Because he's already executed the option, right?
No, he can be sent down again. No harm, no foul.
That's what I mean. He's in his option year, so he can be sent down.
He can be sent down.
And it's no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul.
So he's got to prove that he deserves to be on the Major League team, to me.
Yeah, he cannot be the everyday shortstop for the New York Yankees. I don't care what he does in 10 days. And this is a moment of testing for Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman because many of us have said that the Yankees feel different this year in terms of the way they're operating, that they're operating on a much more serious level, The fact that they allowed Volpi to remain in the minor leagues once he was eligible to come off the injured list or ready to come off the injured list was one of the signs that we've seen that the Yankees are operating differently.
Yep.
If that's going to continue, then I don't care what Anthony Volpi does in 10 days. The moment Jose Caballero is healthy, he's the shortstop. I think it would set a horrible precedent, and I think it would cause Yankee fans to go back to not trusting Boone and Cashman, which some of them don't even do right now.
Right.
I'm sure there's many people listening right now who are like, I don't believe Aaron Boone. This is what they've been waiting for. Anthony Volpi to reclaim his spot as the prince of the New York Yankees and be the shortstop. I think it sets a terrible precedent for Volpi to be the shortstop. Now, what you said is very different. If Anthony Volpi performs in the next 10 days, does he have the right and the wherewithal to remain on this roster, let's say, instead of Max Schumann, and Volpi remains here as a backup utility infielder, which is what he should be anyway? Absolutely.
I mean, that's the.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's the thought process you should have. It's interesting because I think back to early, and again, it's football, so it's completely different. Early in my career, I started right away. I was this first game against the Eagles. I played right away, and I was like, man, I got this. This is the NFL. Then I got hurt, and I was not effective. Missed a few games. I wanted to be the starter the next year. Jim Fossil sat me down and he said, Tiki, I know you want to be the man, but it's hard to be the man. I want you to be the best third down back punt returner in the league.
Right.
And so it took this massive expectation that I had, shrunk it into something much more specific, and helped me become the player that I became. Anthony Volpi needs that. He needs the just be great at this, and then we'll worry about everything else down the line. Being great at being a role player is sometimes harder, right? Because you're not playing every day. You're not getting consistent at bats. You're not practicing, the different type of scenarios that happen being a middle infielder. And so when you get that opportunity, you got to be damn ready for it. And so Anthony Volpi should be in that role and specifically be great at this when we call upon you. And then we'll worry about you as the long-term solution somewhere on this roster down the line. Not right now. It can't be right now because the last thing the Yankees can get caught in is the same stuff that they got caught in last year with Anthony Volpi.
And also, I don't think there's anything, if we're being fair, that Anthony Volpi could do in 10 days that would make you ignore what Jose Caballero did for 6 weeks.
Right.
He won the shortstop job. He won it. He's played marvelous defense. He steals bases. He's hit. He's the guy. And I think it would be a disservice not only to Jose Caballero, but to everything the Yankees are doing differently this year. If anything Volpi does in 10 days makes him the starting shortstop. But you know what gave me pause yesterday?
What's that?
Jose Caballero gave me pause. So we mentioned this yesterday, how it was odd to me that Caballero was eligible to pinch run. They kept him in Baltimore. They used him as a pinch runner. Aaron Boone was even asked after the game, wow, you're using him to do something that got him injured to begin with, and then you're sending him for an MRI.
Right.
And then he goes for the MRI, and obviously there's enough damage to put him on the IL for 10 days. So the handling from Monday looks even weirder.
Right, but he was already down for 4? So they put him on the IL. It's retroactive.
It cost him a day. No, there's no retroactive because he played Monday. If he didn't play Monday,
that's right.
They cost themselves a day. It's not that big of a deal. It was more that it was odd. But Jose Caballero said something yesterday that was interesting. He talked about how he fought the Yankees tooth and nail to not go on the IL. How he said 10 days, that's it, and then I'm back. And you could take that one of two ways. You could take it that Caballero's a competitor, and Caballero just doesn't feel this injury is worthy of the IL.
Yeah.
Or you could take it that Jose Caballero knows what Shawn Marks knows, and he knows what Keith McPherson knows, and he knows what Chris McMonagle knows. He knows that the New York Yankees are head over heels in love with Anthony Volpi. Well, he knows he may come back and not have a shortstop job.
Here's the issue now, because it's a fracture, right? We know it's a fracture in his middle finger. What does that mean?
What does it mean, Dr. Tiki? Other than he can still pinch run.
It depends on where it is.
Right.
If it's down in the I forget what the pieces of your finger, but down closer to your knuckle, that's where it's fractured. That's a problem, because you can't grip that way. If it's fractured in the top end, which sliding, I would think that's where it happened, then it's just some pain. You can still function with that. And so as long as it's not going to heal in 10 days, you know what I mean? Or 8 days that he's on the IL, right? It's not going to heal. So the question is, can he function with the pain that he's going to have to deal with when he comes back? But Jose Caballero, and this is the reason he said that, It's because he knows exactly what you just said. It's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
If I'm not available, they're going to replace me. I have not been here long enough to earn my spot to withstand an injury. So I have to be up and playing. And so I would fight him too. I would say, look, it's my body, right? I can deal with the pain. If something else happens, it's on me. This is my chance. I have to take it right now.
And he knows what we all know, which is that
Right.
Anthony Volpi shows like a little bit of hope, and the Yankees will make every excuse to make him the shortstop. That's what you're hoping doesn't happen. Like,
Right.
You're hoping Anthony Volpi plays well, because if you're a Yankee fan, why would you not? You want the kid to be successful, not only because, A, he's not a bad kid. This has never been personal about Anthony Volpi. B, it also helps the Yankees win.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want it to be to where it causes Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone to say, all right, screw it. Volpi, you're the shortstop.
Right.
See, we were right all along. No, he can earn his way on this team. He can earn remaining on this roster and then eventually learning second base and third base, which he should have started doing weeks ago. But Jose Caballero needs to be the shortstop. Period. Stop. Now, on the other side of things, what you saw last night at Citi Field is how to take a boring season and make it exciting. What is beautiful about baseball, and it's one of the only sports, Tiki, that can do this.
Yeah.
If you're in a loss season, and right now the Mets are still in a loss season. I know it's early enough where they could turn it around. I am not as hopeful as David Stearns is. I'm not as hopeful as Tommy Lugauer is. So this feels like it's about to be a loss season. But the thing that can make things exciting is a young player.
Yes.
And you saw it last night. For all the talk about Met fans and how we boo and we don't show up and we're angry, AJ Ewing got a standing ovation every time he took the plate. AJ Ewing got a standing ovation every time he took a strike or a ball that was just an inch below the strike zone. And AJ Ewing had an inspirational Major League debut. Inspirational because we as Met fans are looking for hope.
Yeah.
We're looking for a reason to be excited.
Yeah.
We're looking for a reason to care about the final 120 games of this season. And in a Major League debut that featured not just walks, Tiki, but sexy walks, as I like to call it. 3-2 pitches, a centimeter under the zone. Those aren't walks. Like, last night I was at a Little League game. Let me give you this analogy. And my son Jet drew a walk, and I was very proud of him. But Jet knows all 4 of those pitches weren't even close. He knows. He didn't even think about swinging.
Right. It was easy for him.
It was easy. And so when Jet got to first base, I clapped for him, and I said, hey, great job, son. I'm proud of you. But then there's the AJ Ewing walks. In which you are taking pitches.
He had half the walks on the team.
Oh, yes, he did. And I'll tell you, I'll be the one to say it. I don't care what anyone else says. I was more turned on by the walks than the triple.
Wow, 16 and 25 will put you in position to get...
To get what?
I was going to say something inappropriate.
Go ahead.
To get a little stiff because of 3 walks
Yes.
in a game.
Dude,
Come on.
Dude, they weren't just walks. They were impressive walks.
Well, not only that, one scored a run.
Yes.
So he got an RBI because he took a low pitch. But also, you felt the energy that he brought.
Exactly.
Watching him. And, I think combining that with Carson Benj, it might be the only way to salvage this season. We talked yesterday about how hard it was going to be. And I felt bad for AJ Ewing because the Mets are scuffling, man. You talked about it yesterday, a quarter of a way through the season. They got 15 wins. They're on pace to be a 60-win team, which is way below the expectation. And you get caught up, not because someone is I guess it is kind of because Luis Robert is hurt and there's some other issues going on, but you basically get called up to kind of be a savior.
In a way.
And it's hard to – you're 21 years old, soon to be 22, but it's just hard to deal with that kind of pressure, especially in New York. And then he comes through. It made you feel like, well, maybe. Now, you still got a ton of ways to go before you even have a chance to get back in this thing at all. But at least it feels good for the first time. It feels like a couple weeks.
He gave us hope. I'm
Yes.
not coming on the radio telling you the Mets are back. I'm not telling you they're going to go on some kind of crazy run. I haven't said any of that. But what AJ Ewing supplied in one night with his 3 sexy walks and his triple is he supplied hope. And this Met fan base has had very little hope over the first 6 weeks of the season. What has our hope been? I mean, honestly, what's the hope been? And he supplied that. And I would go to this extreme one day in.
Clay Holmes?
I mean, Clay Holmes has been great, but I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm trying to legitimately answer your question. What has been the hope?
I mean,
up to this point?
watching Nolan McLean every 5 days, watching Clay Holmes every 5 days, like there have been some good things, but in terms of the lineup, in terms of turning what has been the limpest offense in baseball around. There hasn't been any. And AJ Ewing supplied that. And you could tell me to my face I'm being extreme right now. I'd make him the leadoff hitter tonight.
I mean, Carson Benz did pretty damn well. As
No,
the
he
leadoff
did.
hitter.
He did fine. I would have AJ Ewing leading off. I think that's his future. And so why wait for the future? Why not just do it? Why screw around?
Yeah, because he's a young rookie. You'd leave him in the 9 spot or 8 spot.
Why?
Just as well as being
Why?
a leadoff hitter the second
Why?
time through.
It's not the same because first time around you're going to get yourself more plate appearances.
Yeah, but has he
Yes.
earned more plate
He's
appearances?
earned more plate appearances
Come
than
on,
just about
Evan.
everyone else on this team besides Juan Soto.
Now you're reaching. He hasn't earned anything yet. He's been here for a game.
I count what he did in AA and AAA as earning something.
Yeah, AA, AAA is the minors. You know that,
But-
Evan. It's not the same in any capacity.
It's not the same, but when you say he hasn't earned it, like there's a reason he's here right now. The reason he's here right now is he's performed at a high level.
Because Jorge Polanco's a stiff. Luis Robert Jr. is hurt.
That's a part of it.
And they need somebody to play left field. I mean, or center field.
But Tiki, his performance was also a part of it. He earned his way here. He's here for a reason.
It's hard for me to look at the minor league accolades of young players and say that earned them the chance to be in a prime position in the majors. Yes, it earned them the right to be promoted to the majors, but not to be in a clutch, important spot on a major league team. I can't buy that.
Speaking of the leadoff hole, I was left a note. See, here at WFAN, we sometimes leave each other notes because we don't see everybody. Like now in our new time slot, we see Gio, we see Boomer, we see Craig.
Right.
But I don't see Tommy Lugauer.
No.
I don't see Gordon Damer.
Yeah,
I
he
don't see
ghosts
Al
us.
Cintron.
He's ghosted us.
Yeah, well, Loogie has ghosted us. But Al Cintron didn't. He wrote me a note.
Did he?
And he left me an L.
Wow.
He left me one of our very own L's, and he said, and this is all he wrote, and I'll let you decide, because yesterday the Mets did change their lineup, and you mentioned Carson Benz was the leadoff hitter. Al Cintron simply wrote, Juan Soto leadoff hitter, wear your L. Because it didn't work. He let off. I asked for it.
Yeah, but he worked.
And it didn't work.
Nah, that's not L-worthy.
Not L-worthy.
You didn't scream for it. You didn't say this team has no shot unless. It was just, he's your best player.
Yes.
Put him in a spot where he's going to get the most opportunities
I stand by
to
that.
be your best player.
I stand by that. I don't think
How
Juan
many times
Soto.
did he do it?
He did it about 4 or 5 times.
3, 4, something like that.
But he didn't hit to the point where Mendy changed
one
the
game
line.
he did, and then he didn't. Look, Juan Soto doesn't want to be the leadoff hitter.
I don't know about that. You've said that a lot, but there's no evidence.
He said he doesn't want to be
He
the leadoff.
never said that. When did he say that? We're just making stuff up now?
I feel like last
What are we, Craig?
year,
I mean, come on. You got to give me, like, when did that happen?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Yeah, exactly. Look it up. It never happened.
I feel like last year, Mendy was asked about Juan Soto being the leadoff hitter, and he said he doesn't want to.
He never said that. He never. You have implied that every time I brought it up, like maybe he doesn't want to lead off. And then I asked Mendy that in the spring training, and he said, no.
Well, why isn't he leading off then?
Because Mendoza didn't choose to do it until 5 days ago. And now he's choosing not to do it because Juan's been in a slump. The Mets aren't hitting, and he changed the lineup again, which I don't have a problem with him doing. Like when you're not hitting as a team, you have to try everything.
Yes.
And unfortunately, as much as I still think it makes sense to lead off Juan Soto, he didn't do it. Like it didn't work. So I don't have a problem with it. But Al says I should wear an L. And Al, if you're listening, Tiki says no. So screw you. By the way, this is for all the Met fans out there. I love giving information and I love giving facts, and then you could do what you want with it. Did you hear the Howie Rose fact about AJ Ewing from last night? You ready for this one?
Tell us.
Rami, who's doing a great job filling in for Shawn, let me know when you have it, because I think Rami's going to appreciate the fact. I think Rami's going to like it. You're sort of going to like it. And I think all the people out there in New York sports, because I know who the majority fan base is. I know who is first class in this town and who's second class in this town. I know that last night there were people that showed up to Citi Field in their number 33 Patrick Ewing jerseys. So, ladies and gentlemen, how about this stat provided by Howie Rose?
It is the first Ewing 3 in New York since March 23rd, 1997, when Patrick hit one in a 94-88. Well, we lost to Portland. If he left out the word "lost," but you get the idea.
Yeah, it was the first. It was the first Ewing 3 since Patrick Ewing back in 1997.
Wow.
How much you like that one, Rami? You like that one?
That was solid.
I do like. Wasn't AJ's dad wearing a Patrick Ewing jersey?
No. That was somebody else.
I think it was somebody else.
I thought that I must have conflated two
because
things.
somebody
his
had
dad wearing it.
Somebody had the AJ Ewing, and then someone else had the Patrick Ewing.
No,
Got
SNY
it.
showed
Yes.
someone in a Ewing jersey.
I don't think that was his dad.
No, they showed it. His dad was interviewed. And his dad was wearing like a quarter zip, if memory serves
okay,
correct.
so I conflated two things. I was listening to the radio but watching the game, and so they kept cutting back and forth.
No.
I was like, is that his father?
No, I think SNY took advantage of what probably did happen last night. I wasn't in the building, unfortunately. And that was, I think a lot of Knicks fans showed up in their Patrick Ewing jersey, which it kind of makes sense.
Cool. It's actually kind of cool.
I even have to admit, as much as, I have my opinions on this, it does make a lot of sense because A, no one has an AJ Ewing jersey yet.
No.
And B, the Knicks are the talk of the town.
Right.
And so if you happen to be a Knicks Mets fan, which I admit.
Especially
is
if you're an old school Knicks fan.
Right.
You love Patrick Ewing, and you likely have a Patrick Ewing jersey.
Do you know why I like Patrick Ewing?
Why?
As much as I hate the Knicks?
Why?
Do you know why I like Patrick Ewing, Rami?
Because they never won with him?
No.
Because they went to
Good guess, though.
Because he went to Georgetown?
Nope. Good guess, though.
When you were down? No, you weren't down there.
No, I wasn't even
He was barely born. Yeah.
Now, the reason I like Patrick Ewing is I feel like he was very disrespected by Knicks fans. And I believe the treatment that he got from Knicks fans.
How so?
Where do you want me to start? You want me to start with the ripping up of his poster and thrown on the court?
Oh, yeah.
And how
that one.
Patrick cried that day? You want to talk about that one? Or do we not talk about that anymore?
Yeah, but that was just a moment. That was a New York moment. that
Okay,
happened.
you want to talk about all the radio calls made to this station complaining about how overrated Patrick Ewing is and how they can never win a
in
championship
real
with him?
time or after the fact?
Real time. No, after the fact, people love him.
Yeah.
Like, you know the way sports works.
Of course.
So I've been around here long enough. I know the great athletes who are disrespected. I'll give you a few. You want more?
Go ahead.
Henrik Lundqvist. Let's talk about the King.
Yeah, the King.
Oh, dude. The Ranger calls. I was here.
It's hard, though.
I was taking those calls.
It's hard, though, when you haven't won one.
Okay. I'll one-up you then.
Go ahead.
Because you just said, hey, those guys are losers. Is that what you just said about Patrick
No,
Ewing?
I
and
didn't
Henrik?
say it was a loser. You just didn't win one.
I'll give you another one.
Go ahead.
And you know this is true. Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Yes. Disrespected in this town by Giant fans.
But when?
2006, 2007, 2008, even after the Super Bowl. I would say after 11, the respect came back, but then in 15 and 16, it went back down the drain.
I don't know. I feel like when you win a Super Bowl as a starting quarterback in New York, you got respect. People might get frustrated with you in moments, but I think Eli was always respected.
I think ultimately those three guys I just mentioned are respected now. Like when Patrick Ewing is
Oh,
at
of
Madison
course.
Square Garden, he gets a standing ovation. But
of course.
what's great about being a New Yorker and listening to this radio station growing up is while I may not have the audio receipts on everything, I've got the receipts. And I always felt, as someone jealous of Patrick Ewing and jealous of the Knicks, that most fans didn't appreciate what they had. And so I've always from afar respected him for that.
Right.
And so I don't have ill will towards Patrick Ewing. He's actually one of the all-time Knicks that I'm kind of good with.
You like him because Knicks fans hated him.
Yeah, well said. Well said. We'll get to your calls next. Yankee fans, are you concerned about Anthony Volpi? And Met fans, has AJ Ewing given you new hope? 888-808-1019. Plus, I've written a brand new song. And I believe this song will make a difference and get somebody fired in this town. We'll get to that later, but it is time for the Yankee Turning Point of the game. Be the first call to correctly identify yesterday's Turning Point at 866-540-WFAN, and you'll receive a $100 Wendy's gift card from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great, even late at Wendy's. It's from your flagship station for New York Yankee baseball, The Fan.
I'm always busy and on the go. Like today, I got to go out to Brooklyn, the LaFrac Center, to pick up my bib for the Brooklyn Half Marathon. Good luck to everybody that's running this weekend. So I like my family to feel safe when I'm not with them. So I partnered with our friends over at Sloman's, who recently introduced the Sloman Shielding system and installed it into our home. It's a smart home security system combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from my phone. The garage door opener is spectacular. Before I even get to the door, it's opened up. I also have lighting and camera control all around the house. The beauty of it is that their technicians can set it up however you want it, whether you want Apple Music pumping throughout your house or you want to be able to control anything about the cameras of the doors. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com. Now, if you're looking to level up your wardrobe, go check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts. And now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer, and this thing is legit. Sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up, and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. Hit up my friends over at collarsandco.com. Use code Tiki for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life. If you haven't upgraded your clothes for the season yet, what are you waiting for? Head to Flag and Anthem and load up on your favorite tees and shorts and check out their red, white, and blue shop. Everything you need for a patriotic summer. Flagandanthem.com. Use code WFAN25 to get 25% off Flag and Anthem premium clothes without the premium price tag, and also brought to you by Flushing Bank.
We're throwing one of the biggest parties of the year and want you there. Come hang with us at WFAN's annual kickoff to summer with Boomer and Geo, live from DJs on Ocean Avenue in Belmar on Friday, May 22nd at 6 a.m. We'll get your Memorial Day weekend started with a bash featuring special guest, certified platinum country rock band, Parmalee.
Home is where my heart is still beating.
We want to see you and your friends down the shore for WFAN's Kickoff to Summer 2026. Brought to you by Boar's Head, committed to craft since 1905. Helix Wireless, Spiked Aid, and your home for New York sports. WFAN.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit flushingbank.com today. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. Right now is the time to make sure that your current cooling system is ready for hot weather. You don't want it to fail when it's 90 degrees out, and if it's over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now from my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling. They are New Jersey's air conditioning experts and have been for decades. Take it from me. These guys have done plenty of work on my house. You'll save money and stay cooler. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
Hey Giant fans, be there for the 2026 Town Hall presented by Verizon. Live from the Beacon Theater in New York City on Monday, May 18th. Get an exclusive preview of the season with head coach John Harbaugh and general manager Joe Shane. Plus, you can hear from current players like Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo, and Brian Burns. Plus, get your first look at the Giants' 2026 draft class. Secure your seats now at giants.com/townhall. That's giants.com/townhall.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long, with more ways to build and more value every time you play. You can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment, from spreads to player points to threes and more. Build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. So many more options, better payouts all NBA playoffs long. Head to FanDuel.com/New York to get started today. That's FanDuel.com/New York, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game. We all love the app around here. It has all the betting markets you could possibly want. It's safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, please call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This is Modelo Especial, a full-flavored golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste from start to finish. Brewed with time, effort, and determination to get the balance just right. Because when a beer is made right, you can feel it. Modelo Especial, the model for everyday beer. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for the best deal on Falcon tires, get to Town Fair, because nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. And I mean absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
If we're being honest, guys in this town, pretty confident. And hey, that's not a bad thing. But are you willing to put it to the test? California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month. Plus, get free health and genetic screenings. And more importantly, you're helping families who can't do this on their own. So if you really think you've got it, and you know who you are, put it to good use. Apply now and see if you qualify. Check out spermbank.com to learn more.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch, presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
This Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. We talked about AJ Ewing making his MLB debut, was on base 4 times with 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Leading the Mets to a 10-2 win over the Tigers, Paul Goldschmidt led off the game for the Yankees with a home run on the first pitch of the game, and Trent Grisham added a 3-run homer as part of a 5-run third inning for the Yankees. By the way, Trent Grisham is 8 for 26. That's a .308 batting average with 23 RBIs and 26 at-bats this year with runners in scoring position. The Yankees won 6-2.
How about that? Want to hear a crazy stat? Our buddy Kendrick, who listens to the show, provided it to me, and I fact-checked it to make sure it was true.
Yeah.
The Mets have had 10 games where Carson Bench has driven in a run. Just 1 run or more, where he's driven in a run. In those 10 games, the New York Mets record is 10-0.
Wow.
They have not lost a game.
So they just need the young kids to be the catalyst. And then everything happens for
That's
them.
the glimmer of hope. That's the hope on turning a lost season around.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
Is that they only had 5 other games where he has it, and they've won.
That's right. So, wait a second. So
no, 6 now, because they won. They're 16 now. Think about that.
They have 16 wins this season, 10 games, and they're 10 for 10 when Bench drives in a run, which means their record when Carson Bench doesn't drive a run in is 6-25.
Wow.
Is that correct math?
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's terrible, but as I try, because as a fan, you always hope for things to change. You may believe things aren't going to change. You may believe your team sucks. It's like the Jet season. We're going to get the schedule in a few days, and most Jet fans may not believe the team's going to be any good. I may not believe the team's going to be any good. But when you get to week 1, you're always hoping you're wrong. I sit through a baseball season, it's the same thing. I don't think the Mets are good. I think that, unfortunately, this is going to be a bad season. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we're laughing at ourselves. One of the ways I could be wrong is if these young players, specifically the emergence of Carson Bench and obviously AJ Ewing, who got the call yesterday, is if they make a major impact.
Right.
If they're running neck and neck for Rookie of the Year. If that happens, along with Nolan McClain, think about that. The Mets could have 3 guys in the running for Rookie of the Year.
That might be the only way to salvage is performing, completely lost season is that you have 3 guys who finish in the top, 10 of the Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely.
And you'll start saying, well, at least next year we have this.
Well, I'm talking about how you turn this season around first.
I'm just saying in general. Because I know Met fans are excited after what happened last night. You put up 10 runs. I mean, let's be honest. They were beating the ball around. So it just feels like the Mets have optimism after one win. But the reality is they still got a long-ass way to go.
They got a long way to go. They need to win the series, and they're also at some point going to need a big winning streak at some point this season. So we'll see if that can continue today. The Yankees are going to try to win a series later today. We started with Anthony Volpi's recall, so we'll hear from the Yankee fans and Met fans. We'll get into some Knicks a little bit later on as well. Toll-free number is 888-808-1019. Let's kick it off with Matt in New Jersey. What's up, Matt?
What up, Matt?
Hey, Evan and Tiki. Thanks for taking my call. Long-time listener.
Oh, pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Since Joe and Evan, but the guy show was great. The podcast was great when the draft show. But anyway, I think I was just calling it simple to see that Volpi should move to second, right? And shortstop's not a platoon position. So, I think Jazz is I like him, but I don't see him here real long term. He could still play the outfield, but let's get Volpi over to second. The Lombard kid's going to come up and play short eventually, right?
Well, what I think needs to happen first is Anthony Volpi needs to play a little bit of second base and third base.
Chisholm!
I'm not ready to give up on Jazz Chisholm.
No.
This is a guy with 30 home runs last year. Like, it is 25% of the season, so it's no longer early, and I think it's fair to call him out like we did yesterday and even have some levels of concern. Of course you should. But am I ready to bench Jazz Chisholm for Anthony Volpi? I'm nowhere close to that because the best of Jazz Chisholm is still better than the best of Anthony Volpi.
Yeah, no, you're right. And we that's just proven over the courses of their career. I was trying to look at Jose Caballero's contract situation because like he's here, right, technically, and they have control over him because he's got ARB years left. But it just is he going to? If Anthony Volpi's not your shortstop,
George Lombard Jr.? I think he eventually becomes the guy.
When he's ready.
When he's ready. He's not ready yet. He hasn't hit a AAA either.
Right.
But I think eventually that is the long-term plan. Now, Lombard Jr. could always shift over to third base, so his future could be at third base. But that also depends on what happens at shortstop. For the right now, and the right now is the most important, of course, Jose Caballero is the Yankee shortstop the moment he comes back from the injured list.
Right.
Jack is in Hoboken. Hey, Jack.
Mr. Evan Roberts, how are you doing?
Good, man. What's up?
I called in about AJ Ewing, but before I get to that quick story, my friend Shawn in Hoboken, who called the other day, he's the diehard Net fan like you who got the cheesesteaks. Fun fact, when you were in Boston last year for Knicks Celtics and you got a picture of a guy in a Marbury jersey, that was him.
That was the guy?
Oh, wow.
I could not believe it. I was at the bar watching the Knicks game, and I knew he was up there, and I texted him, like, dude, Evan Roberts just got your picture.
Well, because
that's amazing.
For again, context for everybody, it's a Knicks-Celtics playoff game, and there's a guy in a Stephon Marbury Nets jersey. And it was like, what?
Yeah, Net fans gravitate towards one another.
Now, Marbury did play for both teams, in fairness.
True,
but
true.
still, I mean, come on.
But he had a Nets jersey on.
He chose. It's funny because I'm the Knicks fan. He chose to take the Amtrak up there to go to the game, and I didn't, which is so funny. But anyway, getting over to AJ Ewing, you're right. I've been so emotionally checked out on the Mets now for a couple of weeks. I've just been enjoying the Knicks, but like even something in a lost season, the beauty of baseball is watching some of the young guys. And if AJ Ewing could keep tearing the cover off the ball, I mean, that's going to keep me coming out to Citi Field, getting tickets, and putting the game on every night. And, if that gets me through the summer into Jet season, I'm like you, Evan, a Jets and a Mets fan.
Well, sorry about that. At least you're not a Nets fan, though. At least you didn't get the trifecta. You have the Knicks to keep you company. It's weird because this is a season that had lofty expectations. Huge payroll. huge expectations.
Of course.
And so no one could ever rationalize in September or August if this team is out of it by saying, but we're having a lot of fun. We're watching the kids. Like, it is still a lost season. It would still be a disastrous season. But youth in baseball is hope.
Yeah.
And hope in baseball is at least something to cling your teeth to.
Do you think, now looking back, again, it's not over, not even at the All-Star, not even close to the All-Star
The
break
Mets
yet.
are not done. I don't think they're good enough to turn this around. There's a big difference between the two things.
My question is, why did we have such high expectations for the Mets? Because there were so many unknowns. I mean, Nolan McLean was an unknown, but we kind of can expect or suspect that he's going to be really good, right? Peralta, as good as he is he's a 5-inning guy. Now,
he went 6 yesterday.
He went 6 yesterday, but we know that, and we know that also the bullpen was a question mark. So you got a 5-inning guy who's your ace, but you have a bullpen that has a ton of questions. I'm just trying to rethink why we were so optimistic. And you go get a center fielder in Lewis Robert Jr. and Jorge Polanco was whatever the heck that signing was. You knew you were going to have a Carson Benj out in the outfield playing right or center, whatever he's going to end up playing. Why did we have optimism? Because there was not a continuity that made any sense. And I think when we sit here a quarter of a way through the season, I don't know why we didn't expect what we're seeing to have happened.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I don't think anyone expected this.
I don't think anyone expected it to be this bad.
Yeah.
Losing 12 games in a row, but you could have expected that it wasn't going to be as great as everybody thought it was going to be.
I can only speak for what we said about this season. And I remember, look, I picked them to win 89 games, so I can't run and hide. Obviously,
I picked them to win 91, I think.
Okay, so both of us ended up with high expectations for the Mets, but the one thing we agreed on about this team was that they had a high volatility factor because of the unknown, because they were adding so many new pieces. And so we all agreed, like, the Yankees are winning in the 90s. You can write that one down, but it wouldn't be crazy if the Mets had an 80 and 82 season, but it wouldn't be crazy if they won 95 games.
But nobody thought 70-win season.
Right. No one thought a pace of 100 losses 25% of the way through the season. So I think the volatility factor was always there.
Right.
It was always a possibility. And so far this season, everything's gone wrong, especially when it comes to the lineup. You've got guys underachieving. Bo Bichette has underachieved at an incredibly high level. Juan Soto missed a little bit of time. Francisco Lindor has missed a bunch of time. So your star players, you've got nowhere near the production that you expected. And then everything else has been basically a disappointment.
Yeah, it's disappointment and then bad luck. The bad luck with the Soto injury. Yes, bad luck. Soto was a bad luck
Soto
injury.
and Lindor missing time is bad luck.
Lindor is, he didn't have spring training.
Look, Soto and Lindor is bad luck, but Jorge Polanco, and I went through this a lot on the Rico, so this isn't new.
Yeah.
He has an injury history. You cannot be surprised when someone with an injury history gets hurt.
And by the way, it's not like he was your best option at first base anyways.
Right.
Coming out of spring training.
Luis Robert Jr. had an injury history.
Yeah.
You cannot be surprised. Marcus Semien was showing decline. You can't be surprised that he has declined despite his great numbers with runners in scoring position and his mostly good defense.
Right.
Like, those things aren't bad luck. That's bad roster construction.
Yeah.
Soto and Lindor is bad luck. I'll admit that.
I think that's what I'm getting at, is that I know we've killed him already tons of times, and the Met fan is already fed up with him, but David Stearns did a bad job.
As of now,
he did a bad job.
David Stearns,
and the only thing that's going to save him are the kids.
Yeah. Who he didn't draft.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
And honestly, I don't even care about that.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't matter.
It's still his choice to bring them up.
Absolutely. Right. Like, I'm one of those, hey, you own them now, so it's your decision, good and bad. Like, yes, you didn't draft those players, but you developed those players.
You love your stepchildren.
Yeah, don't you?
Of course. I mean, I don't have any, but I know Tracy loves mine.
There you go. That's my assumption. Let's go to Steve in Bayside. Hey, Steve.
Hey, getting back to your sexy walk thing, I wonder if he gave you like a little wiggle as he left the box, that would really just finish off the whole.
Oh yeah, if he would have half sodoed it.
Maybe somebody from the Mets is listening to make that happen. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. About the Anthony Volpi. I think this is all a figment of the Yankee fans' imagination, because of this whole love affair that they have with Anthony Volpi. Yes, he was a top prospect. Yes, you have to give your prospects time to develop. They don't all, hit the ground running in the major leagues and all that. But for the past 3 years, the issue always was, when everybody said, send down Volpi, well, who are you calling up? There was no plan B. Now there is a plan B, and they sent him to AAA, and he only got brought up because of an injury.
Yeah.
That tells you all you need to know.
No, Steve, you nailed it. And, Evan's been saying this for a year now, or maybe less than a year, but whatever. The Yankees didn't have an option other than Anthony Volpi.
And now they do have an option.
And now they have an option.
I think that what Steve, though, needs to understand, and I understand this, is that there is still what's it called we talked about with Saquon Barkley? STD? No, not STD. PTSD. PTSD.
PTAV.
Yeah, there's PTAV. All right, with Anthony Volpi.
Yes.
Even though what Steve said is true, and I've said that before as well, you need a better option. They have a better option. There is still a lack of trust with this administration that if Volpi shows them just anything, they'll make him the shortstop again.
I botched it again.
Even if all indications
Even
are
though
telling
it's probably
you.
not you, Booney.
Yeah, right. Even if all indications are telling you that that's not the case.
Right.
But I think that is a concern in the back of the Yankee fans' minds. Let's go to Al in New Jersey. What's up, Al?
Hey guys, how are you?
All's good.
First, before I get to my point, just bad job out of Shawn yesterday. Curtis Martin, Kenyon Martin. You forgot our very own WFAN Matt Martin.
And Matt Martin, dude, I made a
Matt
list.
Martin, Booms is probably really upset about that one.
I made a list.
But anyways,
So for those, just hold on one second, Al. Because yesterday, for anyone just tuning in, Sean did a Cinco in which, in honor of AJ Ewing and Patrick Ewing, he listed some of the great New York last name duos, even if they're not related.
By the way, I was told this in the break by a friend. Yesterday was the winning of the lottery anniversary of the Patrick Ewing draft.
How about that?
May 12th, 1985.
So they called up AJ Ewing on the anniversary of the lottery. So as soon as Sean started doing this Cinco, I was like, it's a great idea, but he's going to leave 150 out.
Of course.
So before you continue, Richard Jefferson, Stanley Jefferson, J.R. Smith, Joe Smith, Josh Hart, Donnie Hart, Tiki Barber, Red Barber, Walt Frazier, Todd Frazier,
Barber.
Rick Reed, Willis Reed. I mean, there's a million.
Wow.
But you're right about the Martins. Kenyon Martin, Matt Martin, Curtis Martin. What a horrible job by Sean Morash.
He was just hating on the Jets. That's
George
why he left
Martin.
George Martin. Right, of course. Dude.
There's so many.
Dude, the Martin was the
it was
Jet
convenient for him to take off today.
Yeah. No, it definitely was.
Yeah.
We should kill him more. Keep
anyways, so basically, I just want to give the Mets fans a glimmer of hope. Do you remember what was our 2015, the first half of the season, what was the biggest issue with the New York Mets?
Offense.
What were the two things, besides for Uribe and Johnson, the two things that sparked the team were Michael Conforto and Yoenis Cespedes. So now we got our Conforto. All we got to do is get our Cespedes, and we're on the way to go.
You know what? I love that because I want hope. Like the last thing I want to do in the middle of May is not believe. So now, to make that analogy work, you got to look at the pitching.
Right.
The pitching in 2015 was Matt Harvey. It was Jacob deGrom. It was the veteran leadership of Bartolo Colon. It was Noah Syndergaard. It was Steven Matz. Does this rotation, configured a little bit differently because there's some veterans in there, of Freddie Peralta and Clay Holmes and Nolan McLean and maybe the emergence of a Jonah Tong.
Yeah.
And oh my God, the guy's skipping my brain who's been killing it at AAA. Wippinger. Wenninger. Got it. Sorry. Is that equivalent to what they did in 2015? And that's the hope. But here's the other difference between this year and 2015.
I mean, maybe.
The Mets hung in there in 2015. They didn't have to get out of a major hole. And we are 25% of the way through the season, and they have created a major hole.
Right.
It doesn't mean they mathematically can't get out of it. It means they got to go on a rampage to get out of it.
Right.
They're 12 and a half games out of first place. Now, if we're giving up on the division and saying, okay, just focus on the wild card, fine.
Yeah.
They still have a lot of work to do.
They have the same record as the Colorado Rockies. Actually, I think they have one less loss, but still, the Rockies are 8.5 games out of the division lead because the West has not been as strong as we thought it was.
I think the Mets are the furthest back in their division of anybody in all of baseball.
12.5.
Yeah.
12.5 back. The Boston Red Sox are close because they're 11 back in the AL East. But the Mets are the worst team relative to their division in baseball.
Yeah, so that's a hole. And they're 7 games back in the loss column for the wild card spot. So it doesn't mean that's impossible because I'm not saying any of that is impossible. It just means for them to do what 2015 did. They got to go on a major run.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just winning a few series. It's not just playing decent baseball. They got to go on a rampage at some point this season. So my question for my fellow Met fan is this team capable of it? I keep coming up with no as my answer. I hope I'm wrong. but it doesn't feel like they're capable of it.
No.
I mean, I could come on and just be a pom-pom waving delusional Met fan and tell you, don't worry, everything's fine. I just don't believe that.
You know that that's not true.
I know that's not true.
Right.
Right. Just like I know the Nets aren't finding a franchise player at 6, right, Tiki? Sorry.
That's why they're going to trade and move up, and then Joel Embiid's going to be there, and then they're going to.
I have problems. I have problems.
They have a long way to go.
Giannotti came up to me. It was off air, and he's like, "How you doing?"
Talking about the Nets, by the way.
Yeah, no, I get it. Gio comes up and he's like, "How you doing?" Very basic, like, "How you doing?" question. And instead of being like, "Oh, I'm good," I said to him, "I can't get over this lottery thing." And I'm like, dude, I'm being real. Like, I have a beautiful wife. I have great kids, and I know that matters more, and it does. And that's what makes me feel better. But it's killing me, bro. It just, I can't get, everything I look at, I see the number 6. That's all I look at.
Right.
I see 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. That's the Nets clock. I'm going to stop talking about the Nets, but.
Oh, I love that Rami brought back the Nets clock.
But I do have a very big announcement that I think even the non-net carer about her will appreciate.
I like how you.
I wrote a song.
I like how you positioned that.
You like that? I wrote a song about Shawn Marks.
Did you?
Yeah, about Shawn Marks, the GM of the Nets.
So this. I usually executive produce these. I have not done the last 2, including this one.
Yeah,
I didn't do the Embiid one, and I didn't do.
Tiki called Embiid a bitch.
I love it, but I didn't do that one.
Yeah,
and I haven't done this one either.
Yeah. So coming up a little bit later on, we'll say 11:30. We'll pick a nice 11:30 time. We will have the debut of the new hit song. It's a song I wrote deep from the heart about Shawn Marks. And for those that are not aware of Shawn Marks, he's the guy who least deserves to have their job in New York sports. Like, you could think of anybody you want. In fact, some people may say it's all of us. FAN, it's not what it used to be. No, the least deserving person to have their job in New York sports is Shawn Marks. And I'll ask the Nets, we'd love to have Shawn on the air. And it'd be a very quick interview.
Well, you think he's definitely not coming on after that.
I'm going to give him the floor. It's a very easy interview because we don't want to bore anybody with net talk. It's one question. It's a one-question interview.
Tell us why you have your job.
Tell us why you think you deserve to keep your job. Just tell me. I'd love to know. I'm open-minded. Just tell me why. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm the schmuck. So just try to convince me, the idiot who pays money to be a season ticket holder for that horrific franchise. Explain to me why you deserve your job. But I haven't talked to Shawn since the Kevin Durant era, so there's a really good chance that's not happening. Anyhow, I want to guess the Yankee turning point?
I mean, it's got to be Grisham's 3-run blast. Does it not?
I want to be fully honest with you. I think it's the Trent Grisham 3-run blast as well. Emmanuel Barbari, who does the postgame show, is here because the Yankees are playing a day game. We're taking you up till 12:25.
Yes.
He looked at me and said, "Hey, what do you think the turning point is today?" And I said, "Well, I think it's the Grisham home run." And he looked right into my eyes and said, "You're correct." So he spoiled it for me.
Oh, so you knew.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we were right anyway. Yes. The turning point of last night's Yankee game.
Rogers ready. Payoff pitch here to Grisham. Runners go. Here's the pitch swung on a deep drive. Right center field. Going, and gone. A 3-run homer for Trent Grisham. And the Yankees have blown it open. It's 6-0 here in the 3rd inning.
You know what's funny, though? When Paul Goldschmidt hits a first pitch home run, I kind of knew the game was over.
Well, you knew it because, what was his name? Trevor Rogers. He's coming off the IL.
Yeah, first start back.
They explained it perfectly. You know you're getting a fastball. Just as long as it's in the zone, put a bat on it, it's going out of the ballpark. And in the first 6 hitters, I think 4 of them swung at the first pitch.
There is something cool, horrible, and depressing about a road first pitch home run to start a game. And when it involves the New York Yankees, it's very personal because all I think about is Derek Jeter, Game 4 of the World Series. Like, it is in my mind. Like, if there's any moment from the 2000 World Series that you can say, all right, Ev, the turning point. I mean, you can go back
to the whole series.
Of the whole series. You can go, obviously, to Game 1, Timo Perez, Armando Benitez, Paul O'Neill, Jose Vizcaíno. I totally get it. Game 1 changes the Mets. It's at least a longer series. The bat throwing of Roger Clemens in Game 2, fine. But in Game 4, the Mets just won. It's 2-1 Yankees, but we're in our own building. Like, we're feeling like we have some momentum. That's Derek Jeter to swing at the first pitch with the bulbs going off.
I hear what you're saying.
Oh, my God.
It almost ends the game before it even starts.
I felt in the moment as if the series was more over with the Jeter first pitch home run than I was with even blowing game one. And that's crazy because game one really is the thing we think back to 26 years later.
Of course.
But it's just such a momentum killer.
It's no different than the Yankees losing to the Dodgers. You go back to game one.
Yeah.
The whole Nestor Cortez thing.
Sometimes it turns on a game one.
Right.
Just the way it is. We'll come back with your phone calls at 888-808-1019. I'll debut that hit song coming up in a half hour. And also, I made a bold prediction back in March around Anthony Volpi. And today, I officially have to take an L. We'll listen back to that coming up. It's Evan and Tiki here on The Fan until Yankee baseball.
It's official. Fanatics Fest 2026 is back at the Javits Convention Center in New York City this July 16th through the 19th. The first lineup of talent has been announced, featuring some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment, including Tom Brady, Kevin Hart, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Aaron Judge, Kevin Durant, Jaylen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Mike Tyson, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Diana Taurasi, Josh Hart, and many more. The world's #1 sports fan festival is back in New York City, bringing fans closer to the athletes they loved through live moments, photo ops, autographs, and unforgettable experiences. Tickets are on sale now at fanaticsfest.com.
Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever during the spring refresh sale. Save up to 30% on your window indoor project. Let's take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Windorama. It's simple. Book your free in-home consultation. Shop from home and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free in-home consultation today.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? It was announced this morning that Week 1 Sunday Night Football will be the Dallas Cowboys visiting the New York Football Giants. And there's a lot of optimism right now around Big Blue with John Harbaugh as the coach. And I'm a Giants fan saying this. I would be really surprised if the Dallas Cowboys didn't win that game easily. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Metro New York, ready for real savings? Switch to Allstate today. Because drivers who switched saved an average of $713 on their auto insurance. So, what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for an auto insurance quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
Hey, if you have a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your business mobile plan, paying for stuff you don't actually need. But with My Biz Plan from Verizon Business, you can choose exactly what you want and only pay for what you need for your business. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Visit VerizonBusiness.com. Do it today to learn more and make the switch. Verizon Business.
You look like you could use a refresher, a Dunkin' refresher. Try Dunkin's delicious black cherry or berry acai refreshers. One sip and you'll feel refreshed. There are so many delicious flavors like mango, pineapple, or strawberry dragon fruit. So whether you're powering through your day or just pulling up for a little treat, make it a Dunkin' refresher. Dunkin' refreshers, they're the perfect summer pick-me-up. Dunkin' Refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
I'm Neil, founder of Clay Room. When I found ceramics, I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative. So I set out to open my own studio. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow it and bring people together. Now we're molding a creative community.
With the Chase Ink Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Fanatic Sportsbook makes every baseball game day this season hit harder. Swing for the fences with long ball jackpots. Just pick the player who hits the longest homer of the day to win a share of $50K in fan cash. Every day brings a new shot to win. Customers also get baseball profit boosts every game day. And your bets earn you fan cash, win or lose. To spend on merch, tickets, exclusive experiences, and more. Go deep this baseball season and download Fanatic Sportsbook today for the best baseball betting experience each and every game day. Fanatic Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MyReset. CT call 888-789-7777. MA call 800-327-5050. NY call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Offer not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatic Sportsbook app.
Liberty Mutual customized this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I'm Tyler Kolek, and I got my Lincoln right here at Lincoln of Queens. Smooth ride, no hassle. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. It's our employee pricing sale. You pay what we pay. Lease a 26 Nautilus for $563 a month.
36-month lease requires $58.20 due at sign-up. Excludes tax, title, and MV fees. See dealer for details. Expires July 6th.
Lincoln of Queens, where Queens goes. Go New York, go New York, go.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
We're your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
If you're just tuning in, you may not know because it was a last-second change, but the Yankees are playing a day game today against the Baltimore Orioles, the rubber game of their three-game series, looking to win a series before the Yankees get an off day and get set for the Subway Series. And speaking of the Subway Series, we'll be celebrating by doing our show tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Friday. Is today Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday.
Damn, I can't figure these days out. That's what happens when you get screwed in the lottery. You can't think of days anymore.
Right, your mind is so screwed up that you can't think straight anymore.
You're mind numbed. On Friday, we all, not just us, but Craig and Big Mac, Boomer and Gio, we're going to all be at the MLB store. So head on out, hang out with us, visit as we get set for the New York Yankees against the New York Mets. But they are playing today with Max Fried on the mound. Here is your Wednesday afternoon lineup. Trent Grisham, man who hit home run yesterday, leading off in center field.
Like it.
Ben Rice batting second at first base.
Excellent day.
Aaron Judge getting a DH day. He's batting third.
As per usual.
Cody Bellinger cleaning up in left. He's back.
Right.
Jazz Chisholm.
Chisholm!
Is batting fifth, playing second base. So he's back.
Jazz Chisholm.
Ryan McMahon is at third base. Spencer Jones is in right field batting seventh. And speaking of guys who are back, Anthony Volpi is the shortstop batting eighth. And J.C. Escara is batting ninth and catching for the Yankees. Max Fried on the mound as they play this 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. They have played 3 rubber games this season. You know what their record is in rubber games?
3-0.
2-1.
2-1. Who did they lose to?
Let's see. So they won the rubber game against Seattle earlier in the season. They lost the rubber game against the Athletics, that matinee game at Yankee Stadium. And then they beat the Texas Rangers last week in the rubber game of a 3-game series. So there you go.
Yep.
2-1 in rubber games as the Yankees get set to take on the Baltimore Orioles. Let us go to Lorenzo in Keyport. What's up, Lorenzo?
2 weeks ago in central New Jersey, I saw a Nets fan, and he saw my hat. So, yes, Tiki, we do gravitate to each other, although there's only about 6 of us where I live. So when I see him, it's like a unicorn out there.
You just get a smile. You start walking towards them. You have no idea why. I don't know why I'm walking towards you, but I'm just going to say hello.
No, Tiki, we met eyes and we knew. First love.
I love it.
Evan, what AJ Ewing does is it causes people like me to go on Kalshi and put $100 on 85 wins. It does get you excited. But you brought up the pitching staff, and back then with 15, we got 3 good starters. You know who I want? Go get Yordan Alvarez. Houston stinks. He's a free agent. Go get him.
I mean,
pop him in there.
That'd be a big get. That's the big bet that they're looking for. Because it's funny, when you look at the prospects the Mets are calling up, Carson Bench and AJ Ewing in a lot of ways feel similar. Left-hand hitters, a little bit of pop, but not sluggers. Great speed, great athletes. Really good, useful players. Could even be stars at the major league level. It feels moving forward that there isn't a lot of power.
No.
And I'm not going to play the dumb game of they miss Pete Alonso. I'm going to look forward and say they kind of need pop.
Right.
Now, maybe that comes internally from a prospect like Ryan Clifford, or maybe there's that external option we're not even thinking of.
I mean, Alvarez he's young-ish still, 29.
Yeah, but what's his contract status? He's not a free agent at the end of the year.
No, he's got 3 years left, $26 million per.
Yeah.
So almost $27 million.
Is Houston looking to move him?
I don't think so.
I think so.
That was a speculative. They stink. Maybe they want to reset and strip down salary. But I don't see that happening.
I mean, I guess the only way you could talk yourself into why Houston would trade him is that they don't think they're going to pay him after 2028. So you would get more value for a player who's got 3 years left of team control versus a year of team control.
He's having a hell of a year, though.
And last year he had a terrible season. He missed a lot of time and didn't play well. So I'd be all over it. I'd be pumped up, but I have a tough time believing Houston's going to be engaged in something
48
like that.
games started last year. He hit under 300, but the year before, he was fantastic again. 35 home runs, hit 308. Now he's hitting 308 again. He's got 13 bombs already.
Yeah.
So
no, I love it.
He's the player. I just don't see Houston saying, you're not part of what we're trying to do in the next 3 years.
Yes. We went through Rafael Devers yesterday real quick for Met fans and Yankee fans. We all came to the conclusion that we don't want him. He's been hot lately, by the way,
I know,
too.
right?
But I think you look at the contract, and I got a great email. The Rico Bronya email account. This was so good.
The Rico Bronya at gmail.com, by the way.
That is correct, yeah. On a Rafael Devers comparison.
And?
They said, much like I said about James Harden, dribble, 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 fat, 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 Rafael Devers is swing, 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 fat, fat, fat. And that he's like James Harden. And I could kind of see it.
Yeah.
Because I said this about Devers yesterday. I feel bad because I'm the same way. He's skinny fat.
I was going to say, they have the same body.
They kind of do. They have the same body. And I feel like I do, too.
I mean, elite
I'm
athletes,
skinny fat.
They're elite athletes, but whatever. They have the same body. When you say that, I'm like, dude, they kind of look body-wise alike.
Let's go to Frank in Monroe. What's up, Frank?
Hey, Frank.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing? Hey, Evan, you were talking about, Jazz. What did you say? The worst of Jazz? Say that again about Jazz.
I think I said Jazz is better than Anthony Volpi. I think
he's basically saying Jazz's floor is higher than Anthony Volpi's.
Okay. So at 50 games into the season, we have 4 guys at or below the Mendoza line in the lineup. Right. So what if you stick Volpi at second base? He's still going to hit 30 points higher than Chisholm.
I can't assume that, Jazz. Chisholm, because we're just throwing out what Jazz did last year. Look, we're 40 games into the season, and this is the exercise you have with the Mets, too.
That's not fair to Jazz.
It's not. This is the exercise you can do with the Mets and the Yankees, which is who's going to be better than what they were in the first 40 games, and who do you look at and say, oh, crap, they just may not be any good.
Right.
Juan Soto is going to be fine. I think we all believe that.
Yep.
I think Jazz Chisholm, while he's not Juan Soto, I think he's going to be fine. He's a 30 home run hitter. Look at his numbers since he's got to the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Then there are other guys like Brett Beatty, where you're like, I don't know.
Right.
Is he going to be fine? I don't know about that. Right? So I think Chisholm has done enough at this level. Not that I'm just blindly saying, don't worry.
He's a 240, 250 hitter, and he's going to hit you 20-something home runs.
He's not this.
Right. Whereas Anthony Volpi has been a 210 or less hitter, and 1 year he hit 21 home runs. Other than that, he hasn't.
Here's the way I view Anthony Volpi. I am not cutting him. I'm not trading him. I'm not doing anything crazy. I want him to earn his spot again.
Yes.
And if he earns it by performing well, so step one is for these 10 games, he's going to get to play a lot of shortstop. If he plays well, he stays in the major leagues.
Yep.
And now he can play a little bit of shortstop, a little third base, a little second base. He needs to learn those positions. I brought that up a week ago.
Yeah.
Make him more valuable. Ahmed Rosario was a top prospect too. You know what ended up happening? He learned 18 different positions. And Ahmed Rosario was as highly regarded a prospect as Anthony Volpi was. He was traded for Lindor. So prospects eventually aren't prospects anymore, right? And you can make yourself more valuable by learning multiple positions. And this is something I said during the offseason. So this is me regurgitating the same thing because I still believe the same thing. I haven't flip-flopped. I haven't changed, which is he should learn every position in the infield, make himself more valuable, and if he earns his way back over a period of time greater than 10 days, he could be the shortstop again. Yeah. It's on the table.
Of course.
It's just not on the table to me in the next 10 days. It's not on the table that he should take the second base job from Jazz Chisholm quite yet.
Yeah, he's still got to earn that because he hasn't played second base, and not to my knowledge, in a couple of years. And so you're right about that. But also, as we talked about earlier, it's Jose Caballero's job. He earned it.
For now.
And Aaron Boone has said so. And
for now, it's not in perpetuity.
For right now, it's his job.
Yeah.
But we should also expect that Jose Caballero, when he comes back, will now feel the pressure. He's going to feel pressure because Anthony Volpi's here. And it's not, I don't know if that helps him or hurts him, but we'll find out.
Let's go to Dave in Lacey, New Jersey. What's up, Dave?
Hey, guys. What's going on? How are you?
All's well. Good, man.
Hey, Evan.
Yeah.
I got to bash you here, man.
Go.
You cannot bring up loss column on May 13th. You just can't. It's terrible. You know what? What you're doing is ridiculous. You know what? You want to talk about Islanders games in hand on Halloween? What do you want to do here, man?
Well, the point is that they need a winning streak, and they need to play really good baseball for an extended period of time to make up the ground that they're in. Not that it's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that's bothering you, Dave, here's what's bothering you, and tell me if I'm wrong, because maybe I'm misinterpreting you.
Have at it.
I think saying loss column was the problem. I think if I said, hey, the Mets have a lot of ground to make up. They're 12.5 out of first place. They're 7 out of a wild card spot. And I left it at that. You'd have been like, yeah, Evan's right. I think as soon as the word loss column was used, that's what bothered you. Okay.
No, it absolutely is.
Right, because that matters at the end.
If I could ask one other question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I have to ask, Tiki, I'm not a Giants fan. I'm a Browns fan. I've only talked to you once, and that was when you had Hugh Jackson on, and I wanted you to bash him, and you didn't. But that's okay.
That's just because I like you. And I knew he would eventually be out of your system, so you didn't have to worry about him.
Yep. So, but as an ACC guy,
yeah,
I went to Clemson. My son goes to South Carolina. Can't stand it. But what's your favorite game of all time that Thursday nighter against the Hurricanes?
No, you mean Florida State. Yes.
Florida State.
Yeah,
Florida State. Yes.
Absolutely.
Work done, Florida State.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
That was by far probably my top 5 college football games of all time, man. You were incredible.
Thank you.
What a great game.
I appreciate that.
So,
and good luck to Clemson. Right. Hopefully they get it back on track with Dabo down there. I was just listening to something about the expansion of the college football playoff because they want to go to 24 teams. This isn't relevant to New Jersey or New York because we don't care about college football up here. But because of what the ACC did last year, which is Virginia was on track to win it. They lost to Duke. Duke was so bad that they didn't get into the college football playoff. They jumped over Notre Dame and put in Miami. That's why they want to go to 24 because they screwed it up.
But then there'll be other teams that'll complain they didn't make the field of 24.
Well, think about this. In the Big Ten, you had Indiana that came in number 1, played Ohio State. It came in number 2 in the Big Ten championship. They lost. Indiana won. Ohio State didn't fall. They stayed 1 and 2.
Right.
The same thing happened in the SEC championship, where Georgia was 3 and I think Alabama was 9. Nothing happened. It invalidates the college conference championships. So they want to do 24 to make it better. I think it's going to make it worse.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways it's going to make it worse.
They screwed it up.
I love that they have a playoff because it was just such a long time coming. But like all playoff systems,
yes,
they become greedy.
They're greedy and they're flawed.
Every sport has it. It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And I will do my best whenever I mention the standings to not say loss column. I'm a big loss column guy.
No, you could say loss column and September. Let's say mid-September. After the football season starts, you can say loss column.
Can I say that one of the damaging parts of the Met loss on Sunday is that they lost the tiebreaker to the Diamondbacks?
No.
I can't say that?
No.
Oh, okay.
What's that, for the baseball lottery?
Don't say that word to me.
They don't have one.
They do have a lottery, but we don't use the lottery word around here anymore.
No.
Okay? That rigged system.
Is there? I don't pay a single bit of attention to Major League Baseball's
I'll tell you something
draft
interesting
situation.
about the MLB lottery that will impact the Mets unless they turn their season around, of course. The Mets will be in the lottery if they don't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've spent so much money, there are penalties for going over the taxes. If they don't pick in the top 6, if they're in the top 6, no harm, no foul.
Right. So say they get 7. They land ball number 7.
They move 10 spots back.
Wow.
That's part of the penalties. But if they win the lottery, they win the lottery. And I'll tell you this right now. In a weird way, if the Mets won the lottery, I'd be pissed off. Because I'd be like, you got to be freaking kidding me. The Islanders win the lottery, the Mets win the lottery, and the freaking Nets, who probably need it more than anybody, go 6 in the lottery. Let's go to Sean in Hoboken. Good morning to you, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, how's it going?
All's well.
So I want to pay homage to Jason Collins. I'm born in '93, so my childhood is those glory days of the early to mid-2000s, back-to-back finals trips, and heading into the Vince Carter era. One of those homegrown players with RJ, as you know, an integral piece and great person. Actually, by fate, I was at Vince Carter's jersey number retirement ceremony in Barclays last January, and I happened to meet him. Got a photo with him, and like what everybody's saying, just class act. Will be missed. So
it is heartbreaking news. Yeah. For those that are not aware, Jason Collins, who is known nationally as the first openly gay player in NBA history, but for Net fans, he was the guy who was a part of one of the greatest trades in Nets history. Rod Thorne, on draft night, resurrected the Nets franchise. He traded for Jason Kidd. We all know that. But he also traded a draft pick. It turned into the late Eddie Griffin. And he turned that pick into Jason Collins, Richard Jefferson, and a young player by the name of Brandon Armstrong. RJ obviously had a great impact on this team, and Jason Collins was a glue piece. He was an important piece to a team that went to back-to-back NBA Finals. He was also one of the nicest guys in the world.
Yeah,
now
great on TV. It was fun to listen to on TV because he was kind.
He was a very kind guy, and I admit, was I mad at Jason Collins at times for missing free throws? Sure. Was I tough on him as a Net fan? Of course, but that's because I love him.
He's a classic sinner. Come on.
That's right. But unfortunately, he had a battle for about 8 months with a very aggressive form of brain cancer, and we lost him the other day. And that wasn't the only person we lost. The very young Brandon Clark, an active NBA player, also passed away. And we don't know the details on what happened. I'm not even going to speculate because they're still investigating. But those are 2 horrendous and tragic losses in the NBA community in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, you're right. Rest in peace to Jason Collins. And like it's one of those things you feel like you're invincible as an athlete. And then you start to get older and you realize that that's not always the case. And so just a note to, I guess, really anyone, get yourself checked out.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Not just because you might have an issue, but just get yourself checked out.
I think I met Jason Collins once, but, and I think I speak for every fan when I say this, when you watch an athlete every day, it feels like you know them. People feel that way about you.
Yeah.
They may never have met Tiki Barber, but they're like, I invested in watching Tiki Barber every single day.
Right. Now they listen to me every day.
I could proudly say I watched almost every game Jason Collins ever played in the NBA. And so I felt like I knew him. I felt like anybody on those teams. It's like, yeah, I know those guys.
Right.
And so I got the news last night at the Little League game. A guy come up to me and said, "Did you hear the Nets news?" And at first, I'm like, "What happened now?" Right. And obviously, it's real world stuff, and you knew it was happening, unfortunately, because of the battle he was going on with the brain cancer, and it's been going on for months, and it was aggressive. So you kind of knew this day was inevitable, but it's still heartbreaking. So best wishes to his family. Tragic, tragic loss. We'll come back. We'll get back to your telephone calls at 888-808-1019. I will debut a brand new hit song about the general manager of the Brooklyn Nets, Shawn Marks. Rami's got a Cinco de Luncho, which probably will be better than most of Sean's Cinco de Lunchos. But you guys be the judge.
It's easier when you only have to do it every once in a while.
That's true. Don't be humble, though. Yeah. Just say, yeah, they're better. We'll take you to Yankee baseball. It's coming up in about an hour as they take on the Baltimore Orioles.
Hospital for Special Surgery is ranked number 1 in orthopedics for 16 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report, and is the official hospital of the New York Mets. When you choose HSS, you're receiving the best orthopedic care you can get, from the first pitch to the final out. Every swing, every slide, every stride matters, and their specialists provide expert care to help athletes of all levels recover faster and return to the game stronger. Most major insurance plans are accepted. Learn more or make an appointment at hss.edu.
Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever during the spring refresh sale. Save up to 30% on your window and door project. Plus, take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Windorama. It's simple. Book your free in-home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free in-home consultation today. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Flushing Bank.
The bats from the Boogie Down will be swinging for the fences in Queens as the first stop of the Subway Series is set for Citi Field. But before we get you the game, WFAN takes the train to Midtown for an all-day broadcast extravaganza this Friday from the MLB NYC flagship store. The warm-up show, Boomer and Gio, Evan, Tiki, and Morash, Carton and McMonigal will get you ready for Rivalry Weekend live from inside the MLB NYC flagship store on 6th Avenue. It's all brought to you by Major League Baseball and your home for New York sports, WFAN.
Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit flushingbank.com today. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Ink card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch.
For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Wait! Before you change the station, listen to this.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll also get a vacation voucher and a tax deduction.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Right now, all FanDuel customers can get two 30% profit boosts to use before the golf tournament begins this week. Use them on top finishes like top 5, 10, 20, and more. And back the golfers you think will be in the mix come Sunday. Because in a tournament like this, it's not just about who wins, it's about who stays near the top. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started. That's FanDuel.com/New York, where all FanDuel customers can get 2 30% profit boosts to use before the golf tournament begins this week. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure, has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Guys, let's keep it simple. There are two things you probably should be doing: taking care of your health and doing something that actually makes an impact. Here's a way to do both. California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month and get free health and genetic screenings along the way. So yeah, you're getting paid to get checked out, and you're helping families who need it. Efficient, smart, done. Check out spermbank.com to learn more. Apply and see if you qualify.
La Playa awaits this weekend. Be sure to stock up on ice-cold Corona at Rudy's in Patchogue. Then sit back, relax, and soak up the good weather. Great vibes and New York basketball. Turn anywhere you enjoy the game into your own beach. La Playa awaits. Must be 21. Relax responsibly.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event, with specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 6/1/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text BILL to 231231 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text BILL to 231231. That's BILL to 231231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Spring is showing up and showing out. Give your yard its own moment with limited time deals from Lowe's. Grab select 1.5-gallon annuals hanging baskets, 2 for only $15. Plus, we've got Miracle-Gro 0.75 cubic foot garden soil, 5 bags for just $10. A little dirt, a little color, and we are so back. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid 5/7 through 5/13. Selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Shot clock at 5. They drive, sets, fires, connects. Deuce McBride's 7th three-pointer.
That was the Corona Lime Time highlight of the night presented by Corona, and this Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Victor Wembanyama, Wemby, returned in style after the one-game technically suspension after he was ejected. He had 27 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks as the Spurs crushed the Timberwolves 126-97. Former Nick Julius Randle had 17 points, but was 6 of 17 from the floor, and a game worse, minus 22. In 36 minutes, the Spurs go up 3-2. And for Knicks fans, you're looking for something to watch tonight. Game 5 between the Pistons and the Cavs is tonight, 8 p.m. Series tied at 2 apiece.
I would say that if you're rooting for a 7th game, which I think is what every Knick fan is rooting for, you root for Detroit tonight and continue the home court dominance.
Right.
And then obviously Game 6 you root for Cleveland, and then Game 7 you make your decision on who you'd rather face.
And by the way, that Fan Focus was also sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And I assume most Knick fans, you tell me, Rami, you prefer the Cleveland Cavaliers? That seems to be the overwhelming belief?
Of course, you could have a game where Donovan Mitchell goes off the way he did in the second half the other night, but that's the only chance they have at beating the Knicks. Otherwise, that team, and you know James Harden is going to quit and hand you a couple of games.
Yes, I do, and I agree with you. I would say that you have to admit, and I think G would admit this, and you're going to admit this now too after the Harden comment, and I agree with you guys about Harden. I'm not arguing with you, quitter, the whole thing. If you lose in Eastern Conference Finals to James Harden, it will sting more than losing to the Detroit Pistons.
Right.
That will hurt more.
Because he hasn't won one yet, has he?
No, he hasn't. Well, okay, so he did go to the NBA Finals with the Thunder as the sixth man.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So he was technically in an NBA Finals, if we're being fair.
That was his second year, right?
He was also Look, I would say he's the third best player on the team, but even on this Cleveland team, he's not their best player. James Harden isn't leading them necessarily, and even some of the failures recently, he hasn't been the best player on one team.
Right.
But I think with the Thunder, early in his career, Durant and Westbrook, I think we all kind of don't count that one.
Right. I mean, that was the postseason run that got him the contract, right? He gets traded. They picked Ibaka over him, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, who can we can't keep all 4 of these guys. They picked Serge Ibaka and decided to trade away James Harden.
And you know what that does, by the way? That's what gives me hope. Because I look at the Thunder and say, same thing's going to happen. They're not going to keep all their players. Which one are they going to trade away that I can get?
I get.
And right now, AJ Mitchell's the guy people are dreaming of.
Yeah.
Second year in the league, second round pick.
Well, AJ
blossoming.
AJ Mitchell.
He's the guy.
I don't know a ton about him, but he's the guy who feels like he could be the Jaylen Brunson, right? But the challenge of that is that we knew Jaylen Brunson had that in him because we saw him at Villanova for 3 or 4 years, whatever it was. And we don't know that about A.J. Mitchell. He was a kid.
It's a soft comp to Brunson or James Harden. It's more the potentially really good player that just needs the keys to the castle.
Right.
And he's not getting the keys there.
And this, as you look at some of these teams, we were talking about this before the show started. Sam Presti was a genius.
Oh, my God.
When he look at who he drafted. He drafted 3 MVPs in basically 4 years.
And in this team, and trading for SGA.
But he couldn't win a championship with the superstar team.
Oh, the Thunder?
The Thunder.
I mean, they were blocked by Miami and Golden State. It's not like, you know.
It doesn't matter. They didn't win.
I know.
And so you go look at this team. He didn't draft this team per se. I mean, a couple of the kids
he drafted a lot of the pieces, but the main piece was obviously one of the great trades in NBA history in trading for SGA.
So what's the better way to go about building your team? Because when you look at what the Knicks have done, it's Mitchell Robinson that they drafted, and that's it.
Building an NBA champion, I always find this conversation fascinating because there is more.
Deuce they drafted as well.
There's more than one way to do it, right? The Knicks evolution is actually my inspiration as a Net fan because Knicks fans know you guys got hosed in the lottery in 2019 and you didn't hit in free agency in 2019, and yet you built a team through keen signings like Jaylen Brunson, keen trades like acquiring Josh Hart, smart draft picks. Mitchell Robinson was from a million years ago. You mentioned Deuce McBride. Trading for Mikal Bridges, trading for Karl Anthony Towns, using assets of free agent signings like Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. So they did it in a way in which it's not winning the lottery. The Spurs did it in a way in which they were lucky. I mean, let's just be honest. They were handed Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, they're handed the unicorn.
That's the reason they're here.
Right.
The Thunder have done it based on, yes, the brilliance of the best executive in sports in Sam Presti. Until proven otherwise. The Leon Rose is giving him a run for his money.
Leon's going to win one.
One of these days he will.
When Leon does it, when he wins, he's going to be in that conversation.
Especially because his team building is so much more unique than any other previous
That's
champion.
right. Nobody would have thought to do it the way that he did.
Now, one executive that should not win any awards, in fact, if the media cared, and they don't, and the fans cared, and they don't, they'd be calling for this man's job every day, and that is Shawn Marks. I don't know how Shawn Marks still has a job. I don't know. Yes, he did yeoman's work cleaning up Billy King's mess 7 years ago, but since then, he built a super team, failed, traded the world for James Harden, failed, blew the team up, failed, tanked for 2 years, failed, and I don't know what their future is. And so it inspired me. The only way to get this emotion out is to write a song. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wrote a song about Shawn Marks.
Yeah, we talk about back in 16, the Nets were a mess, no picks, no hope. Shawn Marks rolls in from down under, said give me the rope. Built them up nice, got KD and Kyrie to sign. Then Harden in the deal, looked like championship time. But Kyrie wanted out, KD followed the drama. Harden bounced for Ben Simmons, that's when the karma hit. One playoff series win in a decade, that's the stat. 10 years on the job and the fans yelling, what the hell does Shawn Marks still have a job? Tell me how. Nets in the lottery again, take it like it's a hobby now. Big three, crumble picks, wasted rebuild number 3. Owner must be sleeping, no, he just likes the misery. How does he still have a job? Shawn Marks, from contender to pretender, it's a full-on sob. Brooklyn's waiting for a savior, but the GM's still here. How does Shawn Marks still have a job this year?
I don't know. I don't know. I know the clock is ticking. I have a second part. Want to hear my second part?
Hear the second part.
This is my second part of how does Shawn Marks still have a job?
They say he had bad luck, pandemic, superstars flake, but other GMs get fired for less. For heaven's sake, cap space, sitting pretty, picks for days they hoard. Yet here we are in 26, still praying for a Lord. Opportunistic, he says, yeah, we'll see about that. Another lottery miss, and the patient's going flat. Say it! How does Shawn Marks still have a job? Tell us how! Nets Nation losing sleep, wondering why and how. One series win, endless spin, another year in hell. Father man, don't give him a raise, only time will tell. How does Shawn Marks still have a job?
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
How does Shawn Marks still have a job?
I don't know how he still has a freaking job. And nobody. And nobody asks why. You want to know why? Because they don't care. So I'll be the one guy, and I'll make you a promise. It will only be 5 seconds. You won't even need the clock. I'm going to ask that question every day until we get an answer.
Wow. Just play the song.
I guess we could do that.
Let's do that.
You mentioned a year ago, you'd mentioned every day very quickly, don't boo Juan Soto, turn your back.
Yes.
So I'm going to do a service for the 712 Net fans out there. Because no one in the media will do it, so I'll be the guy. How the hell do you still have a job, Shawn?
Nobody's asking that question?
No. No, it's just like, oh, I guess.
Does he meet the media frequently?
Yeah, he talks about.
I feel like I'd never hear him say.
No, he meets the media every once in a while. He met a few days ago explaining how losing the lottery wasn't a big deal. And look, it ain't personal. It never is.
How is it not a big deal?
But Shawn Marks has been as bad at his job as anybody. Results are results.
So why does he keep
Your results suck.
So why does he keep it?
Well, because Joe Tsai don't know what to do. It's just like, all right, I guess I'll keep Shawn. He's been here for 7 years. The reason he keeps his job is because, yes, that rebuild that he pulled off in 2018 was incredibly impressive.
Right.
And I've always owed that to him. It was remarkable. But your resume is your resume. That was a long time ago. In the 6 years that have followed, 6 years, this team has been a disaster. So, Josai, as one of your customers, I ask you a very polite question.
How does Shawn Marks still have a job?
Thank you. And now we can move on. And we never have to talk about it again until tomorrow when I mention it for 5 seconds. All right. This is going to be very quick. I promise you.
Just play the clip.
We're going to play the clip.
And the Soto thing worked. Everyone turned their back on it. It was beautiful.
I know. So I'm going to do it for Net fans. I will be your savior. We're going to finally either get Shawn Marks the hell out of here, or we're going to get like real answers on why he still has a job. Because I don't understand it.
Yeah.
As a diehard fan, it confuses me to no end.
Because the arena sells out.
They do sell out. That's great. Let's have a party.
I mean, isn't that the business of the game?
Now you're annoying me, Tiki.
Look, I ask you the question. You said you don't know. And so I have to come up with an answer. And the only thing I can go to is the business side of it. They're probably doing well.
No, they are doing well.
They sell out
when
all games.
When people say like the Nets should move to Seattle or something, they're stupid. Because obviously they do great business-wise. They're just a horribly run franchise. Anyhow, let's get back.
On court.
On the court, yes.
On court.
Let's
I'm
get
sure
back.
there are great people in the business offices.
I'm sure they're wonderful. All right, let's get back to the things that matter, like the Mets trying to save their season and Yankee fans being worried that Anthony Volpi has taken over the shortstop job and will never give it back. 888-808-1019. Steve in Massapequa. What's up, Steve?
Hey, fellas. What's going on? Great show.
Appreciate it.
I just wanted to talk about why I think AJ Ewing could bring some continuity, which is, frankly, one of the more underrated things in sports. Tiki can speak to, you have an offensive line that stays together for 14 games. It's going to be better than the team that slots it together every other week.
Right.
We saw that with our Jets this year. And what I think about continuity-wise with the Mets, I bet you right now could rattle off the top 5 guys in the 2006 Mets lineup because it was the same every day.
Yeah.
And when you watched the Mets last night, it was the first time I saw a lineup get tweeted out, and I didn't want to puke. I was like, oh, this actually, I could see this team going forward and maybe adding Francisco Lindor back when he's healthy. I just think that Ewing gives them that continuity of he's in center field, Benj in right, Soto in left. You know what the infield is. Outside of MJ Melendez or Austin Slater switching in at DH, you've pretty much got the same team to run out there. And I think that just is so important in every sport,
right?
But particularly in baseball for a team that stinks.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see your thoughts and if you thought that could maybe propel this team to some wins.
I like the theory of that. I mean, he mentioned the offensive line. The reason the Giants were so good back in the early Eli era, and really just a lot of his career, is because they had the same line for like 6 years. Right, it's the same group of guys. They were just always together, so there was a continuity. I like the idea of that in baseball, but the problem with the Mets, and this goes back to the David Stern's construction of this roster, it doesn't feel like there's many people. I was going to say kids, but it's not even kids. Just players you can count on to be consistently good.
No, but I think what you need to do, and I'm not sure if the lineup order is going to be the continuity our last caller's asking about, but right now,
I think he was talking more positions.
Okay,
well,
that I can give you, because I think right now we are in a moment in time where it's not going to change because Lindor's not walking through that door.
Nope.
Luis Robert Jr. and Jorge Polanco ain't walking through that door, where he's right. Every single day, lefty or righty, it doesn't matter, Brett Beatty should play third base.
Yes.
Every single day, lefty or righty, Bo Bichette at shortstop, Marcus Semien at second, Mark Vientos at first, Carson Benj in right. Righty or lefty, doesn't matter, let him play.
Right.
AJ Ewing, every day, lefty, righty, let him play.
Right.
Soto either at left field or DH. The left field DH opposite of Soto is the one kind of moving part, whether you want it to be Austin Slater or MJ Melendez, or eventually Ryan Clifford gets the call. And then catcher is probably going to be Terrence with this unfortunate Alvarez injury.
Can you imagine?
Imagine what?
Ryan Clifford.
Well, I can. I think he's on his way. He's next.
And you put your DH Soto Moore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, it's a very young, it's an all 22-year-old outfield.
Well, I think what's more realistic, if you want to get even younger, is that Ryan Clifford becomes the first baseman. Mark Vientos may lose his job eventually, and Nick Morabito is the third young outfielder that goes out to the outfield to play left field. And now you've got Morabito, Ewing, and Benj with Soto DHing, which could be coming. That could be on its way.
Clifford is first and outfield, right?
First and outfield, yeah.
Right.
But I think with this team, he's going to fit more at first base.
Right.
They don't have a first baseman unless you believe in Mark Vientos. But I do think for the next month, until any more changes are made, those should be the 9 guys that'll run out there. Like, Carlos Mendoza gave a very good answer yesterday when he was asked about AJ Ewing playing every day. And he said he is.
Right.
So tonight, they're scheduled to take on Framber Valdez, who's a lefty. On Sunday against the Yankees, they're scheduled to take on Ryan Weathers, who's a lefty. Based on that answer, my expectation is that AJ Ewing and Carson Bench should be in the lineup in both of those games. Jim in Tennessee. Hey, Jim.
Hey, fellas, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Hey, love the show, guys. All
Appreciate
right,
it.
so Evan,
Yeah.
you love your deep dives, right? I got a deep dive for you.
Go ahead.
All right. Got to quit with the Volpi at third base stuff.
Why?
Okay. Why?
Yeah.
Check his exit velocity of throws from shortstop. He's got the weakest arm in the league.
Didn't Bo Bichette
Why
also
do we
have a
think
weak? Didn't Bo Bichette also have a weak arm at shortstop? And I thought he actually did a pretty good job at third while he was over there.
Well, I understand that, but and look, I'm not a Volpi hater. I love Volpi. I hope he succeeds because I'm a huge Yankee fan, been my whole life.
Yeah.
And I want to see a future of Lombard Jr. at short and Volpi at second because I know we're not going to sign Jazz. And I think Volpi, moving him to second base, not only eradicates the arm issue, but it also takes a whole lot of pressure off the young man at 25 years old to be the savior of the Derek Jeter, where he go, replacing him.
Well, but Jim, we agree because all I'm suggesting about Volpe with third base is to learn both positions. Not that he's going to become the everyday third baseman for the Yankees. I want him to slide over there when need be, slide over to second base when need be. Right now, there is no opening at second base for the Yankees. I would still play Jazz Chisholm every day.
Chisholm!
Right now, at third base, Ryan McMahon has been better offensively. We know how good he is defensively. He's the third baseman. Ahmed Rosario fills in against lefties. It's not about Volpe becoming the third baseman. It's about Volpe becoming more of a versatile player.
Right.
That's all.
Being able to be slotted in anywhere if he isn't your second baseman.
Atef is calling from Saddlebrook. What's up, Atef?
Hi, guys. Great show.
Thank you, man.
Hey, Evan.
Yep.
Evan, couple of points. One, I'll tell you when the Mets will be in the World Series. But before that, I just want to know, how did you get Linkin Park and Eminem to sing together?
That's so true.
A lot of money. Pull that off.
So, Evan,
yes,
the Mets won the World Series in '86, right?
Yes.
Now add 14 years to that.
2000.
2000. They were in the World Series against the Yankees, and Benitez lost to the Yankees.
Yep.
And then add 15 years to that.
2015 World Series, yeah.
Right.
So now it's 16 years. So you're telling me 2031 the Mets are in the World Series.
Correct. I don't know if they're going to win or not, but they'll be in the World Series.
You know what's funny? Your streak that you just created actually starts earlier. You actually skipped a step.
Why?
They lost the World Series, but got there in 1973. 13 years later is 86.
No.
14 years later is 2000. So it's 13, 14, and
so
15.
What was 12 before?
No, because then it doesn't work.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying.
They didn't exist.
Right.
Remember, they became a team in 62.
Oh, right.
Won it in 69. But the whole 13, 14, 15, 16 thing starts in 1973. Joe B has said that to me before. Like, I think Joe, right after they lost the World Series in 2015, I should find the tapes on this, was like, well, you know what, bro? We'll see you in 2031. I think he said that. 2031. How many years is that?
Would you take that? It's 5 years. It's 5 years.
Would
5 seasons.
Would I take that?
Yes. Would you? I mean, let's see. So your young stars now are 30, which kind of, 28.
Oh, so you're factoring in how old AJ Ewing and Carson Bench and Juan Soto
they're
will be?
27, right? Juan Soto's 33, 4.
Yeah,
like
I would not take that, bro, because
too long to wait.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I don't even know if I'm going to be around. I know it's only 5 years, but I what the hell do I know?
Nolan McLean will be like getting ready to get paid.
It's not about those players and their ages. It's more.
I mean, that's what you got to envision.
Yeah, but I want more sooner. Like, I want to be in a World Series this year or next year or the year after.
But the numbers don't add up. It's the numbers.
So
man.
what are you asking me?
The numbers.
So what are you asking me? Do I accept it?
Yes. Do you accept it?
No, I want it sooner.
The numbers tell you got to wait.
I want it sooner.
Plus, you might not have a World Series a couple years in between now and then.
That's possible. Maybe we're skipping 27 and 28.
That's right. You might not have to worry about it at all.
I think if you told me a championship, like they're going to win the World Series, then I'd probably say yes, because I have been going through these discussions.
History doesn't give you that, sorry.
Well, then...
Just an appearance.
Then I can't accept it, because I've seen them in the World Series. I've seen the Nets in the NBA Finals. I've seen the Jets in the AFC Championship game. Like, I've seen that. I got to see a championship, because I have been having these thoughts based on the Met failures, based on the Aaron Rodgers disaster, based on the Nets stuff, that I'm never going to see a championship. Like, I will die and just never see my teams win any of them.
I mean,
it's on the table.
It is on the table.
I mean, it really is like a strong possibility. I asked Shawn the other day.
Who's closest?
Well, I did the Knicks. I did Knicks, Mets, and Jets, 3 loser teams in this town. Obviously, the Knicks are the closest.
Yeah.
Can you envision any of them winning a championship?
Yeah, I heard him. He said no.
Now, Rami, what's your favorite football team?
I'm a Jet fan.
Oh.
I hate them, but I'm a Jet fan.
Okay, then you know what? I'll ask you. The Mets, the Jets, and the Nets, which one, if you had to guess, wins a championship first?
I would think first, like the soonest.
Yeah. Well, I would say it all, but okay, soonest, yes.
The Mets!
I think it's the Mets.
I think it is the Mets because you know they're going to spend. You know they're going to try and at least be competitive.
Right.
And they have a good young farm system. Like, could you see them being good with the right moves in 2-3 years?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. No, I think it's always the Mets. It's just that if that's the team that's so closest, it's why you lose faith.
No, but the Nets, it's easiest, right? Basketball is easiest. You get one superstar. You get lucky. Like,
oh, yeah, it's really easy, Rami. So simple. No big deal.
No,
so easy. You're a fan of a team that hasn't won in 53 years. It ain't easy. And by the way, you may or may not win this year. And if you don't, it may be another 50 years.
That's true.
So don't tell me it's easy. It ain't easy, okay? It's easy. You know when it's easy?
makes it look easy.
It's easy if you're a Laker fan. It's easy if you're a Celtic fan.
Right.
It's easy, I guess, these days if you're a Spurs fan or a Thunder fan. It is not easy to win a championship in the NBA. Ask our friends in Philadelphia. Ask us. We know full well it ain't easy.
Well, Denver didn't have much historical success, right?
That's who you bring up.
I'm just bringing them up because I'm trying to think of a team that hasn't done it.
And they got their superstar who led them in the second
exactly.
round.
That's my point. Like,
you never know. Milwaukee, 15th overall, and Giannis.
Right. I think Rami's right. I mean, you're busting him for it, but he's right. You get a superstar, not just a star, not just a guy who's consistent, a guy who fans love.
Franchise-changing player.
But you get a guy who is a bona fide MVP candidate, perennially. Then you have a chance in the NBA.
So you are right. The problem I had was saying it's easy. That's the problem. You're right. If you get one superstar, everything changes. Completely agree with you. I agree with your point.
The path is easier than the NFL or MLB. The path
you know
to
what?
getting that player.
You need great scouts. You need to go find your late round because you're not going to get the lottery, at least if you're the Nets. You're never winning.
Or you get AJ
lottery.
Mitchell.
Or you get AJ Mitchell.
Or you get AJ Mitchell and do it the Nick way.
Right. I honestly think take the Mets out for now because I think you guys are right about the ownership and they spend and all that. I actually think, I don't know if Tiki's going to love this opinion or hate me for saying this.
Go ahead.
I think it's easier to turn it around in the NFL than the NBA.
No, it is. I agree with you.
I think
we saw this with Washington.
Yeah.
We
NFC Championship game.
We forget that the year before that, they literally had the worst offensive line in football. And then the next year, with the same offensive line, except for 2 guys, maybe one guy, and a quarterback who you just get a quarterback and a right head coach,
Bowl, right?
100%. And in the NFL, you can be the worst team in your conference and then go to the Super Bowl the next year.
We had this argument about the Mets, and I'm going to shift it now. Going into a football season, and I'm sure a lot of Jet fans are going to think, we're going to suck, we're tanking, we're all this. There is a way in which you can convince yourself they win 9 or 10 games, make the playoffs, and shock the world.
Right.
There's no way to do that in the NBA when you don't have a star.
No.
You can't do that. I didn't go into the NBA season this year saying, well, if I look a certain way, it doesn't happen.
And look, most teams in the NFL will have a star. Maybe not a star quarterback, but they'll have some dude that's just the man, right? And so if you can build around that, then it's easier to get right, and especially if that guy happens to be the quarterback.
Who's the Jets quarterback again?
It's Geno.
Geno who? What's his last name?
Smith.
J.R. Smith.
Oh, dude.
There you go.
Shawn really screwed this thing up.
Sean's list of dueling last names in New York athletes. It was an interesting one, but he missed a lot of people.
Right.
In fact, why don't we hear today's Cinco de Lunch show and hear if Rami's is better than yesterday's also frustrating Shawn Marks Cinco.
Shawn Marks in the booth, somebody hide the castle.
Except for it's Rami today.
Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. And I love that you started the show the way you did because what I wrote was top 5 Knicks who gave us hope in a lost season. So you talked about AJ Ewing giving the Mets hope in a lost season. We've talked more Nets than Knicks today, it feels like, but I'll give you the top 5 Knicks and all those lost seasons that we talked about who gave us hope or at least excitement in those lost seasons.
Let's hear it.
Here we go. Number 5.
Number 5 is December 2017, Michael Beasley. We thought he was the best basketball player in the world. He came back from a bunch of injuries, and all of a sudden he looked like Michael Jordan or LeBron James in his prime. He could not miss a shot. He specifically had a couple of games against the Celtics and OKC that were 30-point games that year in December, so that is number 5.
Giving me flashbacks.
Number 4.
Yeah, and by the way, this gives you hope. Number 4, we have ISO Zoe, Alonzo Trier. This was in November and December of 2018. All of a sudden, he's going off 31 points against Houston, also 25 points. Some reason against Boston, these players went off. But he was number 4. I thought that he was going to be the next great scorer. They found him out of nowhere, and he was like, oh, this is great. They finally got a guy who can score.
Yep.
Number 3.
Number 3, I have Mario Hezonja. If you remember, in 2018-19, December, he has the block on the dunk on Giannis, and then he blocks LeBron James to win a game in March of 2019. And you're like, oh, we got a guy who was supposed to be a high draft pick, and he just found his spot here in New York. He's going to be good for the Knicks. He was not.
Number 2.
Langston Galloway. For 2015 and 2016, he was a certified bucket. He can catch and shoot. He can get to the rim. We found our point guard. We were looking for a point guard for 10,000 years, it felt like, before Jaylen Brunson showed up. He was finally the guy who was going to help utilize Carmelo Anthony properly. And he had Kristaps Porzingis on that team. And it felt like they found their point guard. It did not work out.
Number 1.
And number 1 is rookie year and really just the first month, Kevin Knox. You remember
Kevin Knox.
They drafted him and he goes to Summer League and he dominated Summer League. And then early in the season, he had that dunk on Ben Simmons when he was still good Ben Simmons on the Sixers. And you felt like, all right, this is a young kid who's going to turn the franchise around. Well, it also didn't work out.
You know what jumps out at me, and it's not a young player. So it's not a rookie. It was a veteran. But I remember fielding phone calls about this veteran player the Knicks had who was having a great season in a bad year for the team. And Knicks fans are like, we got to build around him. We can't trade this guy away. And I had to be the voice of reason. I had to say, guys, I know he's playing well, but you got to cash out. You got to cash out. Do you remember the 43-game run of Marcus Morris?
No.
Do you remember that one, Rami? He was shooting 43.
I mean, that was the year that was the first Leon year with R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle. Like that, he was great.
He was unbelievable.
And then what happened to him?
They had pretty much a game winner against Houston, and I think that was.
Yeah, they realized, because I remember it being like the hottest debate of what do you do, what do you do, what do you do? And before the trade deadline of 2020, they traded him away in some convoluted, like, 3-way trade to the Los Angeles Clippers.
And then he did what? Nothing?
I mean, he was what he was. He was a useful veteran player.
Right.
Like, it's not that he was a bad player. It's that he was playing at a level that he wasn't. Like, he was playing like an all-star. And I think Knicks fans, delusionally, which I completely understand nowadays, was like, oh, we should keep him. He's really good. So he wasn't young because he was 30 at the time, but he was unbelievable. And it was like, what do we do? Should we keep this guy?
Ended up keeping Julius Randle. They kept the right guy probably, right?
They did. In that case, they did. And then they used him in the right trade, right? Like, you save the piece and you use him in the right move. And I think nowadays, because I know this has gone back and forth, but I think nowadays Knicks fans look at that as the right move.
Yeah, the way the Wolves fans are talking about him in the last few games, it's crazy.
Well, they hated him.
Julius.
Yes.
Yeah.
They hated him early on. I remember when that trade first went down in like the first few weeks of the season.
They thought he was a 30-point-a-game guy. He's just not.
But it's more than that. It's the shooting. We saw possessions like this where there'd be a triple team and he wouldn't pass it. He'd still take the shot, and then he drags his feet back on defense and he's yelling at refs. It was a tough watch at times.
Yeah, sounds like Cat.
But Cat's not been that way.
Not now, he hasn't been. But there were times in which that did happen.
It did feel that way.
That's why, like, it was such a weird trade, and it's still not over yet, obviously. I mean, the Timberwolves could come back, win the series. They could win a championship, for all we know, as doubtful as that is. But that's one of those trades that you're still kind of going back and forth on. But right now, everybody's happy about it.
No,
because of where the Knicks are.
Vincenzo is hurt right now, and he's not going off. Like
that helps.
Yes.
Yeah. The Achilles injury, unfortunately, probably cooled off the talk.
Yeah, that sucks for him, too.
It really does. We'll get back to your calls coming up. We'll get you set for Yankees Orioles with the pregame show in about a half hour. Toll-free number is 888-808-1019.
I'm always on the go, so I need to find a system that protected my family and my home. So I turned to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system, a smart home security solution combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind. And it's manageable right from my phone. The garage door openers, the lighting, Alexa control, even controlling the music throughout my house when I'm not there. I turned on Michael Jackson the other day just because Tegan wanted to go see the movie. I took her last night, so she loved for some MJ. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. Or visit slomans.com.
Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever during the spring refresh sale. Save up to 30% on your window and door project, plus take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Windorama. It's simple. Book your free in-home consultation. Shop from home and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free in-home consultation today.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
If I'm the Dallas Cowboys or the Buffalo Bills, I'm on the phone with the Indianapolis Colts to trade for the number 4 overall pick in the 2023 draft, quarterback Anthony Richardson. Buffalo's backup quarterback is Kyle Allen. Dallas's backup quarterback is Sam Howell. For two teams that harbor legitimate Super Bowl aspirations this year, that's not good enough. Anthony Richardson, a worthy roll of the dice for either of those teams. I'm Nick Costos.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Partly cloudy, high 67.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? You know, 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record. and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. No application fee if you apply by June 1st. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-213-5757. That's 800-213-5757.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal. No substitutions, participations, and times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
This Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The Yankees are going for the series win against the Baltimore Orioles. That start time was pushed up, so now 12:25 is pregame on the Fan. First pitch 1:05. The Yankees have their ace Max Fried going on the mound against Kyle Bradish for the Orioles. And Anthony Volpi making his season debut, starting at shortstop and batting 8th. Again, this is also an Amazon Prime game, so keep that in mind if you're not listening on WFAN, which you should be. The Mets continue their series with the Tigers tonight. Framber Valdez, who's off to a slow start this year, is back from his suspension, and he'll face Christian Scott. First pitch, 7:10 on Odyssey Mets Radio.
The team that brought you Surfside is back with something new. Meet Super Light, the new premium vodka plus aid. Super Light comes in 4 classic sports drink flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and blue chill. Perfect for after rec league, the golf course, or the crew that's always on the move. Just 90 calories, 0 sugar, 0 bubbles. Super Light is here to fuel the moment. Look for Super Light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
I'm going to blow your mind for a second. I'm going to blow your mind. I promise you I'm going to blow your mind. On the eve of the NFL releasing the schedule and us still patiently waiting for any bits of information about the New York Jets, I'm here to tell you that the New York Jets have opened up their seasons against the Buffalo Bills 5 times in the last decade. Okay. It happens often.
Yeah.
There's a few that just jump out at you, especially the Aaron Rodgers game.
Division game, New York team.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Now, they're not going to open against the Bills this season because I think we already have enough information from other leaks that it will not be the Buffalo Bills. But I give you that information to remind you that Jets-Bills has been a common Week 1 game for the New York Jets.
Yep.
So I follow up by saying I'm a big fan of division rivals playing in Week 1. I made a case that it should have been Giants-Eagles instead of Giants-Cowboys. But if it's not going to be Jets-Bills, which it is every other year, I would love to have it be against a division rival. When was the last time the New York Jets opened up against a division rival not named the Buffalo Bills?
That's a great question.
It's a great question. I have the answer.
I'm trying to think. Miami, maybe?
Miami. By the way, you're right. It is the Dolphins. You only had 2 choices.
Right.
The Dolphins and the Patriots.
Well, I knew it wouldn't be the Patriots because they always put that end. Well, actually, no. Didn't you start the season against – no, that was Buffalo. Right. I think in the Aaron Rodgers
year.
The
home opener, the Rodgers year that he played was Thursday night against the Patriots.
So
that is not the same.
So it is Miami.
That is not. So the home opener far different than the season opening game. Okay, season opener. The last time they opened up against a division rival not named the Buffalo Bills was the Miami Dolphins in the year 2008.
Wow.
It has been 17 years since the Jets played a division rival not named the Bills to start an NFL season.
So why does that happen?
I don't know. I bring it up because it boggles my mind. And just to give you the Patriot answer, a year earlier, 2007.
Right.
So 2007, they opened against New England. 2008, they opened up against Miami. And then 4 times since then, they've opened up against Buffalo. But very few times they have faced division rivals to open up their season. Now, I don't know who it's going to be. It could be Miami or New England. I guess it's not going to be New England, but I guess it could be Miami. I've guessed Tennessee. It could be something like that. But isn't that weird?
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing we had, but more exacerbated that we talked about with the Giants.
The Giants
never
are specifically
the Eagles.
with the Eagles because they play the Cowboys a lot and they've played the Commanders a handful of times. It's specifically one team. For the Jets, it's those 2 teams, Miami and New England.
I don't get that one because it's not like the Jets have been, I don't know, fantastic over these last years that you would force you to let's watch Bills Jets week 1. You know what I mean?
I think it's an anomaly. But it's a stupid anomaly.
Of course.
I'm a big fan if I could build a perfect schedule, and I'm very excited about the schedule coming out.
I am too.
I've always been a big fan of that. A few of it is selfish, like I'm a season ticket holder. I'm going to map out the games I'm going to go to like tonight or as soon as it comes out tomorrow.
But I also like to think about the road games that the Giants are going to be on. Maybe I'll go. I didn't go last year.
Absolutely.
I'm at every game, and I'm doing a pre and post for all of them, but we do it from here.
No doubt.
So maybe I'll go.
The road games are a big part of it. Primetime games are always exciting.
Yeah.
So I love the NFL schedule release. We have so far no information around the New York Jets, but I'm a big proponent of opening up seasons against division rivals and obviously ending your season against division rivals. In fact, I would love, and it's so easy it can be done, to have week 1, week 2, week 17 and week 18 be exclusively divisional games. You guys like that idea, or is that too crazy?
Yeah, so then you throw the other 2 in the middle of the season somewhere?
No, there is no other 2. Oh, yeah, you're right. There is other 2.
Right, because there's 6.
That's right. You throw me wherever you want.
Right.
You mix that in the middle of the season, but you are guaranteeing that week 1, week 2, week 17, week 18, last 2 weeks, first 2 weeks are always divisional games. Now, I brought that up to Shawn. He hated it because he's like, no, I like the craziness. I like the wildness. I like this matchup or that matchup. I just love the fact that the divisional games matter more. You're trying to win your division. Let's put them at the beginning of the season. Let's put them at the end of the season.
I like that because it emphasizes. So whoever's going to be the 12, the 15 win team, they're making the postseason. But there's a lot of divisions that come down to those last couple of weeks.
Sure.
They end up, some of the times they're playing each other, a lot of times they're not. But to have the division, which is your alternative way, other than winning 12 to 15 games, or to whatever, even let's say 17 games, to get into the postseason, it's winning your division.
Yep.
And so if you emphasize it, start a season strong, finish the season strong, That's football.
So I've always been a big fan of that. Now, I know they're not doing that, but I
think
still...
it would be logistically very hard.
No, it wouldn't. Why? Why? It's easy. Give me an hour, I'd make an NFL schedule. It's not that complicated.
32 teams?
Yeah.
How many different...
There's 4 teams in each division. It ain't that complicated.
Yeah. What is that? Would that be 32 with the exponent of 17?
What?
How many iterations, different times?
Oh, don't ask me that. I can't tell you that.
But that would actually make it easier.
Yeah.
If you just, the first 2 and last 2 are all division games, it would be easier to make
I
the
think
schedule.
it is easier. I think it makes it less complicated. Well, we already know the Giants are opening up against the division rival. Obviously, the season always ends against division rivals. We know that. And we'll see about the Jets. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to find out. The only thing I know about the Jets is that they're opening up on the road because the Giants are opening up at home on a Sunday night. So, the Jets are not playing on Thursday night. They're not playing. Obviously, they're not. They're not playing on Monday night. So they are playing on Sunday afternoon somewhere else. That's what I know about the Jets schedule. And then week 2, I presume, they're going to play Sunday afternoon at home. And I'll have to make a big decision. Does Mets-Phillies matter enough, or is Jets week 2 matter enough? I think we have our answer.
Mets suck.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Let's go to Renato in Utica, New York. What's up, Renato?
Love the show, guys. Tiki used to kill with you and Madden growing up as a kid.
I appreciate that. The digital
me. So this is a tip from me. Thank you. Quick Knicks point. I love the station, but some of you guys, and not you two specifically, have to stop making Jaylen Brunson like he was the little engine that could. He was the starting point guard for the Mavericks on the Western Conference Finals. He wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Mark Cuban's stupidity. So if the Knicks do win the Eastern Conference Finals, you need to troll him and wish him in the garden, thank you, Cuban, because if he had just given him this 4 years, $52 million, none of this is going on right now.
Mark Cuban botched this. He botched it. And I think he knows that. I think he's addressed that. That's one of the biggest mistakes he ever made. But it's a testament to the Mavericks, and I think every other team in the league, didn't realize how good Jaylen Brunson was. Well, they knew he was good. They didn't know he was this.
I would think he also, because he knew he was selling at that point, didn't he? Because he sold it, 3 years ago?
I don't know, and I'm not sure if that made any impact, though.
Yeah. I mean, you get lean. You tend to get lean with salaries if you're going to sell, right?
But I think he actually, because I've read and heard a lot about that.
He still works for them.
Yeah, he's back with the Mavericks. But I think he didn't make him that offer. Then he did, and it was too late. And Jaylen's like, I'm going to go to free agency. He felt disrespected. So there was a lot that went there. But in fairness, Jaylen Brunson, I don't know if I call him the little engine that could. Here's what I know. Because I went back, I listened to the tapes of what we all said, and we said very little about the Jaylen Brunson signing.
I don't think we knew. I don't think a lot of people knew.
Well, I think you hit it best. I heard what you said.
Right.
It was, he's a good player. I don't know if he can lead a championship team. I don't think he's a superstar, but he's a good player. It's a great value on the contract, and we'll see what happens. And I think that opinion was a good majority opinion.
Right.
Which is, I liked the contract. Some guys like Tommy were just wrong when he said this is a typical Nick move. Right. This is terrible.
Bad contract for a guy who didn't deserve that kind of contract.
Yeah, that was just a dumb opinion by Tommy. It happens. We all have dumb opinions. We have to own it. I think that your view and most view was it's a solid signing.
Right.
We just didn't know he was going to be this. That's what your opinion was, right,
because he
Rami?
hadn't done this before.
Right. You probably had the same opinion.
I thought he would be a solid point guard to lead the team. I didn't think he'd be the superstar. I'm wearing the Tommy shirt today with the tweet, which is just funny, but yes,
yeah, we made that.
We made those shirts, which was great. And we handed them out at the Knicks-Nets game.
No, we sold them. You had to make me an offer.
Correct.
And when you made me an offer, I said, "How about for free?"
Right, exactly. And it was freezing cold. That was I've never been more cold in my life than standing outside the Nets game doing that. But yeah, I think everyone thought he could be a point guard on a championship team because you saw it at Villanova. He's the team leader. He's the guy. Ultimately, he is the best player. He's the one you want taking every shot. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
That's the part we didn't know.
No.
But I thought it was a good signing at the time. Here's what Jaylen Brunson did that ruins everybody. And it ruins me and it ruins everyone else. Now we're looking for the next Jaylen Brunson. If
I don't know, there might not be that. You know what I mean? It's because think about how he came up, right? With a dad who was a coach. So you knew he was taught the right way. And then he goes to Villanova, and it's not like he's a superstar.
But he was the player of the year one year at Villanova.
He was, but it wasn't like he came in as this highly touted 17-year-old who was going to play for a year and then get drafted into the NBA. Right. He stayed for 4 years, and then he became a star. And then he gets to Dallas, and everybody's like, this is Luka's team. He's just an afterthought.
Look where he was drafted.
I know.
He wasn't drafted like a superstar.
That's
and
right.
to his credit, and this is where he deserves all the credit in the world, he worked his ass off.
100%.
And he became this superstar.
And there's no way he is this if he didn't work his ass off. Some of these guys, especially these bigger basketball players, I'm not saying they don't work hard, but it kind of just happens for them. It comes naturally to them.
I would love to know, and Leon Rose doesn't do any interviews, let alone an interview about this, but I'd love with Truth Serum to know what he truly thought about Jaylen when they signed him.
He was clearly influenced by his father, right?
Right, no, but Leon's still making the best moves for the team, and he wanted Brunson, and we all, again, thought good little move. Good little move. Like, keep that in mind. Not a bad move.
Right.
It's not like we're killing it.
Look,
Just
you need a
good
point
little
guard.
move.
You need a distributor. You need someone who can facilitate, and we all felt like he was that.
Yeah, and the contract wasn't crazy when you looked at what other guys made, but I'd love to know, with Truth Serum, and that's why we'll never get it, plus Leon doesn't do interviews, when you signed him, did you think he had this in him? Or was it, no, it's just a good move, and we got lucky.
Right.
It was a good move, and then we got lucky, and look where we are now. Because if the Knicks win an NBA championship, there's a really good chance the finals MVP is going to be Jaylen Brunson.
When they made the move, they also still had all those draft assets, though, to go, which they ended up using on bridges.
They were trying to get Donovan Mitchell.
And the assets they used to get OG and the assets they used to get Towns. So it was theoretically, you're the point guard, we'll use the assets to get a superstar to play with.
That's right. And they didn't need one because they had one right there. Yankee baseball is coming up next, the pregame show as they take on the Baltimore Orioles. If you missed any of the show, you can rewind it on the free Odyssey app. You'll still get the Carton Show. They're coming up after the Yankees Orioles game, and we will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Goodbye.